louder. I see you tuned in over there. We're just discussing whether or not we should play the Monsters at War Part 3 and finish up the Monsters at War, or do a grand recap of the episode. Or we should save or not the episodes, but the entire campaign. Or if we should save the grand recap until episode 50 before we do that. Left from the original, yeah. Right, yeah. Right, like, yeah, I think that's a good idea. Here, let me put us on, well, here, let me do the intro credits thing. Here, we'll do that real quick.
Gather round, adventurous bold in the realm where tales unfold. The podcast.
Well, yeah, it's a very interesting thing.
Where imagination takes flight.
Credits. We were here first.
Have I, as I look at these credits, have I done any advising in the last year?
Actually, a little bit, yeah. Actually, a little bit.
I guess so. Yeah.
Don't forget, because we were talking about, I don't know what it was, but we were talking about something that we're doing with the new campaign and then some other stuff here. Oh!
Yeah, I was kind of involved in that. Yeah, I was involved in that conversation about how to stream everybody.
Oh, and you and I figured out how to, well, actually you already helped me, so you would have to help me again, figure out how to do the thing where you, like, invite people into the stream and actually do, like, a group stream thing. I don't know.
The stream together, yeah.
That's right.
Yep, it just takes Google Chrome. Well, actually, I think they made it work on both browsers now. Maybe I even return back to streaming. It's been 2 years now. Oh, speaking of which, I forgot I was monetized, so they just hit me a reminder to say, hey, can you collect the money you made streaming? I forgot. I don't think it's enough of an amount for me to be like, oh my god, I left it here. Let's check.
For some reason, I really want him to go, oh my god!
Alright, so we're gonna go. We're gonna do something. I'm gonna do something a little bit slightly different for the for us on screen. Is this? Nope, that's not it. That can't be it. I use a gaming thing. Is that it? No, that's not the gaming thing. Good campaign. Well, yeah, we're gonna use that. We're gonna use that for now. Okay, so for the Discord, it's just us. I just got us captured in the Discord right now. Why has it got Deontay on there twice? Oh, it's different capture. Oh, that's different. Okay, here, let's go. Boop. Do that. Alright, so let's capture the Discord of us over here in the corner.
Be right back.
Alright. There we go. And
Worked really good. What am I doing here? Not that.
I never know what I'm doing here either. I'm gonna do something a little bit different there. There we go. Right. Alright, so on the bottom here, I'm going to go and I'm going to do like a share screen thing. Oh wait, I can't do it like that. Okay. Oh crap. Here, once I share the screen, maybe I can. Do this here, share my screen. It's going to be this one, I think. Yeah, that one. And I'm going to go over to YouTube there. I should be like inviting people in here somewhere, saying we're live. So we're live. So I decided this is episode 42. I decided to call it. Well, we decided to call it "Unlife: The Planes and Everything" because episode 42 is the answer to life, the universe, and everything, as per Douglas Adams' Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. And one second, let me switch.
Bro, the fact that you felt you needed to explain that to our audience
That
is
is a good point.
unhealthy behavior, sir. Unhealthy.
I figured there's got to be like that one person. Like, what does that mean? I don't quite know what that means, sir. Alright, hold on, let me see if I can figure out how to get us on there. Like, let's make it smaller or something.
You had to have at least seen the movie.
That's a requirement. If you're watching now, you must have seen Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, the movie, and if you haven't,
No.
stop
Then
watching right now, go watch it.
No. Watch it.
Sorry, what?
I mean, watch it after. Yeah, that's it.
What is wrong with you?
Yeah. All right. So, let's go to our channel here.
Here, back.
Who's that channel? Okay.
Like so suddenly now intent on what it
Okay. And then we just go to the No Good Deed playlist. So you can go from here to podcasts or playlists, and go to No Good Deed if you can find it. There it is. All right.
to post on the tweet. Okay.
So yeah, wow. So one of our very first things is we have Derek that was playing Lyran Belkane back then. And,
oh, Aaron.
And we have Oliver who was playing. Here, let me see if I want to blow this up on the. There we go. We have Oliver Esch who is playing Fallon Dovemoon.
According to this, the stream is still actually going.
Oh,
there we go.
There we are.
There we go.
Hopefully it doesn't cut it. Hopefully all you have to do in editing is like
Oh, wait, I think I better.
take out and you should be okay.
No,
Well, I'll have to just record two separate videos, basically. Yeah, I'll just have to record two separate videos.
Are you running
If
live?
you want,
Yes,
send the
we're running
videos to
live.
me and I can edit them together to make one video for you.
Stream?
I can see it.
If you want to
I
hear,
have video editing
if you want to hear
software
it,
on
you
my
should be
computer.
able to
Yeah, me too, but I just don't
right-click
wanna do
on
it.
the stream and turn it up, maybe.
That's what I'm saying. If you would like to.
Yeah, I turned it up.
That's why I
It's
said I
not.
do that.
I think I hear you,
Oh, you
and I
can't,
say think.
oh, you can't hear it?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on one second. Yeah, that I am quiet too in that early stream.
Yeah.
Let me do this and see if this makes a difference. Nope, that don't make a difference. Let me try to change stream.
Got this. We're there. All right. No, I can't. This is different.
I
I
know
wonder if I can make it bigger. I gotta
everybody
look.
else can hear me on the thing, but let me try. Oh no, that's not gonna work. Applications. Okay, that's still the same thing. Huh. Yeah.
Alright, so
Up again.
anyways,
This
when we
is
last
where
left,
I like
we were
tried to break
discussing
out of jail using a
how you guys
straw.
got into this
the
jail
bed.
and how
You
other
almost
than
succeed.
full it are.
Oh yeah.
So this is where you guys all woke up at. Yeah. Yep. You guys all woke up in the dungeon. The donjon, actually, the dungeon on the Rocker Brow, and yeah, you guys were. It was you and Stephanie, Deontay. I believe it was your characters that were kind of pivotal in getting out. Stephanie, you picked the lock, didn't you?
I was so close, because I got in that time with a piece of straw on unlocking this lock. So
I think
you
what I
post
did
on the
was
tweet.
try to.
According
I
to
changed
this,
it to
the stream
someone.
is still actually going.
you changed it to a guard. Yep.
to make them think something was amiss.
Yeah.
So you distracted the guard while I was doing this. I was like one success away before you were like, okay, I gotta do something because she's probably too well. And moved us and
it's
being
hard
like,
to
hey,
tell
we're not
the
actually
others
in
of you,
prison
maybe
because we were did
Jessa-
something bad. We're in
Jessa?
quarantine.
I actually
Yeah.
do not
Jessa-
remember what
Jessa,
the Hail
maybe
Mary
your
was.
persona has been in
Before I
jail
even go into
before, or
that,
maybe you've been in jail.
Brian,
Yeah.
recommendation. So instead on Twitch, instead of sharing us, share the. Well, you can do both. I was going to share the
Yeah, you could hear
Chrome
us. You could hear us on Twitch.
screen. Yeah, I was like, share the Chrome screen on Twitch, like as its own thing, so that
so
way
it
everyone
shows
can
us
see
and
it.
all. Okay, gotcha. Okay, yep, I can do that.
So yeah,
We'll do that instead.
because I mean, the first session was such an interesting time. I like we were really all still very much on the precipice of we have no idea how these characters are going to work.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
and I didn't know like this is like early on in the stages of I have no idea how Streamlabs works at all.
Oh, Streamlabs problems are eternal, but like
Right.
we really were just like every conversation and just all around for me, it was just thank Derek for being there and making sure there was like one character that wasn't going full chaos gremlin.
I think that's why Derek.
Yeah.
I think that's the true reason Derek actually left. He's like, these guys are all fucked in the head. I'm out of here. No.
Because I remember I talked to him about it. It was just like, I'm so sorry. My character is a scholar, but I thought the being the scholar and the person that goes, oh, well, we should think about this was just a bit too cliche.
Derek,
So I just made him an insane scholar.
this would be perfect for Derek to come back in for a few episodes because Taylor's off with the baby now. So it'd be perfect for him to come back in as Lyran. You know, he fades back in, and then there's two Echo Knights in the group, which would be fucking crazy. And then and then
Oh.
Derek was a little bit of the voice of reason in the chaos a little bit. So.
Yeah.
Yep,
I would just
he
feel
was-
so bad if he came back now to us in full chaos.
Definitely in the beginning, he was kind of like the mom of our group. He was like, "Okay, let's get together
Oh
and
man,
actually focus."
it was just like everyone would sit here, we'd have a conversation, someone would tell us something important, and then he'd go, all right, so obviously, and I just go, so we're killing everyone. No, what get it together. Like he constantly have to do that.
You gotta listen. Hold on. Try setting this at 10:36. Not sure if it'll go through. Okay, he's having some data issues. All right, I'm just telling him. You're all cool. We're doing a recap. James is.
Yes. So I remember, Brian, me and you having a conversation about that first session that you were putting them through before it even happened. You were telling me what you were going to do to them because we were just talking about like old games and stuff when we first getting to know each other. That's just funny, dude, because they had no clue where they were at.
Oh yeah. For a long time they had they didn't realize. I think actually like so they get out like.
Before because of
Let me see if I can jump to see where.
If you look at the stream, this is what you should be able to see.
I think it was a combination of Stephanie was trying to pick a lot
in quite some time.
Deontay
Straight roll this time.
Like, I don't know.
As I flip through
I
another page.
shapeshifted into the guard.
Oh, that's right. You shapeshifted into the guard, which created some chaos. And they were like, "What's going on?" And then they called the guards back or something.
They threw him in there with us.
We were on the same side, so you were distracting them while I was working.
Yeah, you're the distraction. That's right.
I think that's what happened. I got him thrown in there with us at the end because they didn't know which one to throw on.
You also have no idea who the Vodani are. You know,
No, exactly.
You're like,
That's fun.
And I think Oliver was eventually the one. Like, I think he's the first one to figure it out actually, and I think he figured it out as you were leaving the prison. Maybe I can't remember, but I think he's the one that first figured out that you guys were actually on the Rock of Brawl in space.
I mean, he was the saloon worshiper. He'd know.
Yeah, right. He was in one of the two saloons. Saloon. He knew, right?
Yeah, it made sense for his character.
God taking the pic.
Yeah.
back up. He says, "Egbert, is that you? I thought I just passed you in the hallway."
That scoundrel, Sage!
Egbert, is that you?
He trapped me in here, he took my armor, he's wearing my clothing!
Okay, you see him come over here, he says, but how? He says, what is afoot here?
I don't understand, he told me about my face, and then he tricked me somehow.
He did the same to me about my face. He says, I wondered, I thought that was strange. He says, 1 second, I'll be back.
I found that.
For a total of 24, Deontay had a 24 deception. In the first session.
Starts to head off again.
So they came and saw him in the cage and was like, wait a second. And I just was like, he trapped me. He switched places.
Yeah, Egbert, is that you? What is afoot here? Why are you in the cage? I just saw you.
Okay.
Okay, you hear a ruckus going on down the hall.
All according to plan, hopefully.
Okay, you hear the
All right, so we basically know you guys trick the guards. You guys get out, and then you guys are talking to the guards because something else is going on, and it's actually you guys are almost all. I think it was almost all of you were ready to be out or almost out, except for maybe James and Caw. And then
I wish she was here because I can't remember what their side of the plan was.
Yeah, I don't remember, but hold on, let me see if I can jump to that.
I gleaned a few.
Because we were yelling to each other like,
"Two more to go."
Well, yeah, this is where so the guy's up in the top there. You can see they imprisoned the actual Egbert just in case, you know. We don't want anything bad happening, so one of you's got to be an imposter, right?
Oh,
he says yes, and he comes over and he gives you guys
really
food.
bad persuasion.
And he passes food through the bars.
Something is amiss here.
But like a couple seconds later, hanging out and sitting around.
So this is basically what ends up happening is the guards come up and they say they talk to you and I think it was Foldadar again convinces them basically, hey, we haven't had an audience with anybody, something along those lines, and like you were wrongfully imprisoned or whatever. And so finally somebody goes and finds out, like, okay, why were you guys imprisoned? And then they come back and they tell you that you can have an audience with the prince and whatever, and they let you all out and feed you and all that good stuff. And then you go and you get to see the prince eventually, which would be the second one. It's the Prince's Quest here.
which is crazy. In retrospect, I was much more eloquent and much more persuasive back then. What happened?
You're just rolling better.
What occurred? At what point did I just like become the character who says something and is immediately rebuffed?
Well, you were probably sober in the first episode, so.
Mindlessly, so yes, I do recall it being like when we found the place and I just started drinking because it was like everything I said just came off in good rolls, and I was just like, I'm great, I'm a great talker.
I had long
and then and now I'm just like the person that keeps getting hurt and reads books. that's my character.
So then I had long hair and Taylor had short hair. Now I have short hair and Taylor has long hair.
How the world changes, am I right? Because I'm just looking at this picture of like, and look at Brian, man. Look at this mane.
It wasn't all gray. it was only partially gray. Anyways, but yeah. So then you guys get an audience with the prince.
Here and there are bits and parts that were repaired or exchanged for other parts. His trait is obvious. He carries a spell book around now that he has his stuff back.
You were trying to, you offended him or something?
Well-used component pouch.
No, because the library.
And, at his side, a walking stick in form of a blackwood cane with a scarlet dove on his grip.
Before the moon.
And
Yeah.
you were saying the
Jeez.
cane
Oh
that he's
man,
wearing
I
is
just
made up of
tripped
different
down memory lane is taking me back.
The cane, the walking cane.
The death started all the way back in the second session.
That
Well, I still had you guys back in the jail.
Were we in there for a second?
you guys here at the bottom of the map.
Okay, here we go.
And the squares are going to be a little off kilter because the like leads ahead of you just a bit. And he says, you know, you may talk amongst yourselves. He says, just kind of be quiet and don't speak unless spoken to once you're on the dais.
I'm guessing the dais is this big green thing.
Yeah, the big green, like kind of stairwell pedestal thing. Yeah. Yeah. He says, to the east and the west it leads off into different chambers of the palace. He says, I wouldn't wouldn't take off that way. You might get detained because they might think you're an intruder or something. He says, mostly just stay on the dais and
so you guys go talk to Prince Andrew right here, and he basically
proceeded to not listen.
It's very reminiscent of a human.
No speaker that's spoken to, and immediately I just launch into, well, time for the talker to talk.
So then,
oh yeah, that's when you became the talker of the group.
Yeah.
Style architecture.
Those were the days.
There's just something about it that
where everything I said was just a coin flip.
It's really random.
Just continuing to study even these statues as we approach.
Yeah.
And I don't just mean that because you guys are on a
that is like way
asteroid
for a person.
thousands of miles away from home. Anyway, so are you all going to take a knee?
It's one of those that
when you
looks
get up
like
there?
it's almost made for a giant, but you can tell it was made for a person.
All right.
To resemble something
I am
that was made for
looking at a
giant.
statue in the corner.
Okay.
Felidar just doesn't give a shit about the king.
Okay, you see the make a perception check actually.
Everybody?
Everybody but Folidar.
Okay.
I feel his attention is based on the statues right now, but it's like focused on the statues right now.
Everybody does terrible.
Hey, we're doing good.
We're right. No, we're not. We're absolutely horrible.
We're on fire.
All right, so.
And then of course there's Jessa with the save.
Okay, so Jessa, apparently you're the only one who notices this, but you see the prince kind of like a little bit of a smile at the corner of his lips and an arched eyebrow.
Decent. Most
sort of almost like a cocky look, but like
like
is this really going on right now? And then you hear him. Then you all hear him go.
Clears his
throat.
Yeah, he clears his throat. He just goes like that. Hang on one second. I want to make a.
Was that us being spoken to?
Okay. The city watch captain kind of puts his fingers behind his back, and he's kneeled down in reverence, kind of, and got one kneel down and one knee up, and he snaps his fingers behind his back. He's like that.
Are we supposed to get what that means?
Should I start doing that too?
He's hoping to get.
Yeah, we were just.
You get what that means?
Oh.
I should have drugged that out
Would
longer.
Folidar hear a snap from that far away, though?
The prince probably heard the snap as quiet as it is in here.
Oh, okay.
Oh, right. Yes, absolutely. Your Highness.
He says, you hear him. You hear the city watch like go shh, like it's like shh. Captain, he's like, quiet. He says, no, Captain. You hear the prince say, no, Captain. I must hear this.
Oh, well,
I must hear this.
Lovely decorations.
Pause for a sec.
Particularly these statues, they seem to
one
be
of the things about that entire setup was I remember, like, okay, my idea of a character at that point for Folidar was like, I am much more interested in the history of this place than I am of the current Prince. Right. And so I'm looking at the statues and I'm just like fascinating. And then you just hear and I'm just completely not hearing it.
Yeah. And then snap. You know, the funny thing is, I still think that tracks for Polidar, though. I still think he'd probably be more interested.
Yeah, and I'm not hearing it, and then I immediately. And then I immediately addressed the prince shortly after. Like, two things I was not supposed to do. And I was just like, oh, my bad. Hey, Prince guy, hello.
The most major difference, I think, for Jessa or Tessa at this point, from this point in the adventure to now, is I think she'd be, well, maybe she was even then, but I think she would be, like, focusing on an immediate exit strategy, like, a lot quicker, you know, like which way, if everything goes south, where do I go, you know?
What was great about this is that at that time, like, Jessa and Tessa, the characters were really only privy to one personality.
Yep, I was only Jessa at that time.
Yep.
And so, like, from our point of view, remember, it's just being like, Jessa seemed like the well-adjusted one at the time.
Right.
And it's like, she can rap it. She can do things that you would normally do in this situation. She's going to be the well-adjusted one. That was prior to that whole siege on the Queen's Castle Rose Garden situation where we really kind of went off the deep end. So,
so the quest was here was we went into the Selunian tomb and there was some shenanigans there and then got some stuff.
Oh my god.
And he
there was so much.
He sent you to once you guys got the whatever it was from the Selunian tomb. You guys elected to keep some of the stuff that the prince actually wanted, but since he agreed to send you guys back down to Toril, he went ahead and did that anyways, and you gave him some kind of small thing that he had wanted from the tomb.
But, and he gave us some some currency that was completely unusable.
Yeah, they gave you some useless currency. Well, it's very useful on the Rock of Brawl, but it's not so usable.
I mean, I thought we did some shopping up there first.
You might have, before you went to the tomb? Yeah, probably.
Because I think I got my plant babies up there.
We did, yeah. I don't even remember if I spent any money. I remember we did a lot of trekking around after that. Is the tomb where we ran into the goblins?
Yeah, there was goblins in the
where
tomb.
Both of us shapeshifted.
Yeah. I have to say we shapeshifted a lot more early in the adventure. I feel like we leaned on shapeshifting so hard back then, and it worked out almost every time. Like, I don't know, when was the last time I shapeshifted? Impactfully.
Now it's kind of like now you've been running into a lot more things where, it's harder to shapeshift into anyway.
That's true. Like just off the top of my head, I remember I shapeshifted to mess with the guard. Shapeshifted to mess with the goblins. We shapeshifted to mess with the frog people. What are they?
Frog people.
And then
did the queen.
And then I shapeshifted into one of the girls of the night, and I befriended Navari as completely shapeshifted the entire time I was with her. Using that to then leverage. Yeah, and then using that, we leveraged that whole gardener thing. We were shape-shifting so much before that.
Yeah.
And then now it's very low.
Yeah.
And basically
just your latest stunt.
Caught the flight to Earth on the spelljamming ship, which is
I was starting the ship.
You guys kind of got the idea to, hey, we want one of these of our own.
I was starting that.
We were really just going along with whatever, like, because I remember it was like Cutler. It was like, I need one of these. I was like, well, that's our journey. That's our arc. That's our team's reason for everything that we do. Is that we're going to become space pirates. And we just established that with like no reason.
It makes sense for Jessa, Tessa, and Cutler. For the rest of you, not so much.
At the time, what was the thinking? I think at the time my logic was Polidar has Well, yeah, but like Voldar gets the travel size, but Voldar has the ulterior motive to gain as much as he can out of this and then return to his library peacefully. So like that was always the end goal at that point, where it was just like Voldar just wants to gain all of this new knowledge that no one else gets, and then put it in his library and retire.
So I don't know if you remember this part, but after you guys got to Toro on that ship, it kind of folded in its wings and landed in the water and then sailed into a harbor. When you guys were talking to the captain of that ship, he basically had you guys agree to, go and fetch this treasure that he heard about. He's like, well, hey, I heard about this lost treasure, and so he told you guys about it. And hey, I'll tell you how to get to the treasure map if you guys cut me in and blah 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 blah. Right? So then everybody goes off and they go get this treasure map. They I don't remember. I don't think you end up killing anybody per se for the treasure map, but maybe one person, or maybe all three. There was 3 dudes I know you ended up did die, but anyway, so you get the treasure map, you go get the treasure, and then be like, fuck that dude, and you never went back to that ship again.
There's really no point. I mean, like, we're not good people, so there is no point.
So you guys all took off with the treasure and just kept on moving along with your day. It's basically...
It's not going to bite us in the butt or anything.
And then this is, of course, Into the Wreckage there, that the Into the Wreckage of the Man of 1,000 Hooks.
This when I killed that?
That's where you turned into a bullywug and killed your bullywug love interest.
Broke that man's heart. Did he not die of a broken heart, literally and figuratively that day?
Yes, both. Right?
I stabbed him.
Stabbed him through his rib cage into his heart right there. So.
This is also the story. This is also the adventure that leads to what is essentially now the running joke of Tessa Jessup becomes the queen of the undead. Like, this is the moment we grab that cursed weapon. This is where it starts.
And this is where you get that weapon too, right here in this.
Well, this is also the first time Voldar died.
Is it?
Is it?
Yeah.
Huh? It might be. I thought I died in the tomb once.
Was it the Man of 1,000 Hooks that did it?
I don't remember who actually did it, but I do remember you dropped.
Or it could have been those druids. It could have been the druid and his buddy maybe.
I don't think it was the druids. I think it might have been the Man of 1,000 Hooks. I remember I died in the tomb because I had to be revived, but I did like a really huge play. But I was literally right next to 2 of them, and I remember being like, make it count, and then I got in it. I remember that. That was, like I said, this is a running joke that I'm just deaf.
Okay.
You do dial.
And then the 2 druids.
Yeah, here's the 2 druids. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what it was. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right here, Colin has 18 of 20, or 12 of 20.
I gotta be logged.
18 of 20.
Alright, so.
Yeah.
I think this is the first time Cutler turns into the giant.
Damp as the swamp has broken through the hull and has claimed this part of the ship for itself. This is kind of a repeat of last time.
Because the Path of the Giant or Oath of the Giant or whatever had just come out, and he was like, "Hey, can I go that way?" And then you get that at 3rd level, and so you guys are about 3rd level here, I think, and then I think this is the first time he's turned into a giant.
Although you can't see much else, you do hear a heavy scurrying.
Because I had my Steel Defender and they climbed up the ship.
That's basically what's going on in this
room.
Okay.
Here's the details I remember.
He's the Man of 1,000 right here. So.
I'm already looking at my positioning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see it just.
You're already looking at yourself going, "What is it?"
I'm already like, well, I'm in the wrong place for this fight as I jump ahead.
Deontay wants to contact past Deontay right now and go, "Don't go there."
Yeah, I'm Walter White in the back of the car. Don't go!
I succeeded. No, I don't resist radiant.
Gotcha,
he was making sure I wasn't applying my resistance to the radiant damage.
Gotcha.
Just nimbly step this way. step this way.
Oh, that's actually a good idea too. I didn't think of that.
Oh, were those traps?
And then I'm just going to say to my druid friend,
they were,
a shame. I'd hoped you were alive when I burned that thing to the ground.
Hey, I'm gonna be the one burning it. I'm using my fucking breath on it.
I am going to...
Just because you have bad breath doesn't mean you gotta take it out on the rest of it.
I am going to pull out my quarterstaff.
Okay. Did the other druid say that in character by any chance?
No.
I was about to say.
I want to use my key fueled attack, so I'll expend one. And since I'm using a monk weapon, I can also do...
Flurry of blows.
Yep, flurry of blows.
I gotta do the fast forward here somewhere.
Here's
I'm about to say one thing about that.
Nope.
One thing about that, right? The trap is so funny to me.
What's that?
The trap is so funny. I said the trap is so funny to me because I remember that line now. I remember delivering it and thinking like that is the most clever thing I've said thus far. And then like the other trap came down.
Oh, yeah.
I go right here. And that's when I was just like, shame you all get to see me burn this place to the ground. And then I immediately get caught on this trap.
Were they traps? Yeah, they might have been. I don't know.
I believe that his hook ability, like that's what it was. Like he just sent.
Oh yeah,
like a hook trap
yeah,
on
he's
you.
sending like hooks at you. That's what it was. Yeah.
Yeah. I was so upset because I remember being like, God, I can never say anything.
Yeah, and this is right where he yoinks you over with one of the hooks. He like does the get over here thing. I think that's where. I wonder if that's where Cutler got the idea. He wants his glaive to do that now or whatever.
He may have. That might be.
But yeah. So he pulls you over. Now you're at 14 and 20. But you guys got him down already, like really far. He's like down to less than half. Yeah, and you're at 2, and he's at 8. Yeah, so this might be the first time you die there. If you didn't die in the gym, this might actually be the first time you went down for sure. We'll see here. Because, okay, yeah, I think it is, because, so I think what happened here is, I think you might have survived the Man of 1,000 Hooks, maybe? Let me see here. Just jumping ahead slightly here. Let's see. But
I'll let you guys pretty much have it taken care of. I'm gonna use my action to grovel, cower,
you
guys
guys
pretty
much have it. He's gonna take off, right?
But you can estimate that there's probably over 1,000 on the floor here.
But you can estimate that there's probably over 1,000 on the floor.
So can we? Yeah. So okay.
I think you died there anyways, but I think what happened is, I remember right, the Man of 1,000 Hooks had you down to like 2, and then when you guys went back up, you thought, well, hey, and then Jessa found the dagger or whatever, but when you guys went back up, you thought, hey, well, we're done now, right? So it's all good. And then when you go back up, it turns out the druids were evil.
Can I talk about Call? Like, did anyone ever notice? Call's a lot less cowardly than he used to be.
Yeah, he used to be wasn't he?
I forget that he used to grovel, cower, and like that was his number one tactic that Taylor did. Whatever it was like, the grovel, cower, and beg was a good escape tactic of a situation, and he used to do it a lot more. Like I just thought about that. Like he used to cower about a lot of things. And just be like, he's such a great character because he doesn't help, but then he actually is more helpful now. Like he's such a helpful character now.
Yeah. So you're still alive with 2 hit points.
Nothing really on him, but hooks through his body.
Of course, the Man with 1,000 Hooks, goes down and he's dead. So then you guys go back upstairs. After you search this area down here. Yeah. You search the chest. And I think upstairs is where you find the tree, actually. I think upstairs is where you find the dagger. Because it was in the tree.
I thought it was falling and I ran for it.
Yeah, I think actually, yeah, I was going to say, I think actually when you guys go outside of the tree, or like outside on the ground, I think it's you guys burnt the tree or something like that. And you saw it, and you saw it come out of side of the boat because the tree was growing up through the boat. Remember?
Yeah, it was the tree. The whole thing is the druids were protecting the tree.
Yeah.
And we were just like, it's going. Like, we're getting rid of the tree. We hate you guys. Like, it was so funny because they were siding with us and we were just like, so we're burning the tree down, right? Like, they can't be allowed to exist.
Yeah. And then they were all of a sudden, hey, wait a second. No, you're our buddies until you said that shit.
We lied to them so hard because we knew we were going to burn the tree down from the beginning. And it was just a matter of, it's going down. Like, you can't stop that from happening. So we just had to keep it a secret. But the funniest thing was they got trapped in the trap. I was just like, it's a shame you won't get to see me burn this tree to the ground because we hate you. And also, I was going to ask, are we getting close to when we met Januka, right?
Oh, I don't even think. I don't know. I think Januka's a little
she's
further
not
along.
Too far away, but a little bit of time before she's there.
Yeah, you went to the Western Heartlands first. Oh, that was me playing Dragonair Silent Gods back in the day. Section 10, the Western Heartlands. Okay.
I think
basically you guys were traveling cross country. And
did I miss this session? Huh.
Could be.
We lost Liren though.
Could be. Yeah, we lost Liren.
Yeah.
I believe he was still with us right here, I think.
Well, we had that pause.
Sort of.
But Cutler, you guys took Cutler's ship and went across country to
The sort of streaming
Didn't we
or
have to-
functioning.
to the Queen to Cormyr. And
Yes.
I think Liren dipped out right around Cormyr. Can't remember for sure.
We hope.
Think about something, given the right
No,
resources.
actually, I think a little bit before that.
It would be
because I
nice
came on
to
here.
run
Daniel got in just before Cormyr.
Yeah, so he came in before we got to the Queen.
Functioning.
Yep,
But
just
it-
before you met the Queen. Yep. I don't remember exactly. I'm trying to think of how did I introduce him to you as.
That's Januka.
Januka and Daniel, please, at any point correct me if I'm wrong. But if I recall, Januka, I just want to say about it. Januka was like on a wagon.
Yeah.
And she was escorting a wagon.
Okay, yeah. Oh, right, because I think wherever you guys ported, you guys met her at the port.
Yeah.
And she was with a caravan.
What was it? I thought we were like in the wilderness when we met her.
You guys were in the wilderness.
I feel like the wilderness
made a
is
deal
right.
with some wizard to take and sell some magic items.
Gotcha. Yeah. Yep. The wizard. What was his name? Toster, I think. But
yeah, and that's when we got ambushed by the Ranchifist followers. Was it?
Yeah. Yep. The first time. Because you guys were ambushed by Ranchifist followers several times. Well, Cyric followers really, but kind of Ranchifist toadies, basically. So. And then so you went and talked with the Queen of Cormyr, and then you went to Heronshire, dropped off the magic items with Januka, and then you guys went to Cormyr, talked to the Queen, and that's where Tessa ended up killing the other dude in the rose garden. Tessa got it out, or Jessa did, one of the two.
I think that was our first cold-blooded murder.
Yeah, that was the one where it was another heartbreak story, but it was not quite. It was more of a dirty old man getting his just desserts kind of story, but yeah. So then
like
you killed him.
I was walking off with him, and Voldar saw us and nodded to Jessa to just off him, and yeah.
I was like, yeah, all right, kill him. Like, he was like, kill him. That's it.
And then,
which is like,
yeah. Oh, and then
the sort of streaming or
I want to show you
functioning,
this part because
but it's
okay. Arrival in Cormyr. Let me see. Is this where we're at? I don't think because I think it's before you go and see the Queen actually. So hold on, let me see if it's in this session.
And you got a night.
Nope, it's gonna be.
It is what it is.
So,
this is one of my favorite unforeseen parts.
I would say Januka was so instrumental in Cormier. I can't even begin the amount of money additionally that she was able to make, but also just being a paladin allowed us to enter a chamber properly for once because we hadn't done it up until that point.
Being a paladin and being a noble.
Yeah, like being a noble and paladin allowed us to enter that chamber with any kind of speaking power because the plan would probably have gone off the rails if there wasn't someone who could speak to nobility. It wasn't us.
Yeah, this is where Januka also met Urikard, who is the only elven person to ever be made a purple dragon knight.
Right. Yeah, I myself became an honorary
purple dragon knight. Yep. And and you're the only Goliath who's ever been a purple dragon knight.
Right.
What's crazy about this, all of this, is that at the end of the journey, Januka is essentially a living legend, right? Like, all of us are going to be more or less in one way or another going through some sort of post-story infamy. Like I said, Jessa Tessa's essentially queen of the damned, and I'm apparently going to be the most loyalist servant. But like, but like Januka is literally going the stuff that Januka has done since she's been a part of the party is essentially going to be hero level.
One of the
like she's going to be a known, renowned hero of the land.
Okay, so it's not here, and I'm not. I could have swore it was. I could have swore it was in Cormier. But
I thought it was before Cormier.
What's that?
Or is was it after?
Well, I'm looking for. It might have been. It must have been after you met the queen. So there's a part in here where Folidar's in a library. And I think it's in the Cormerian. Yeah, Night on the Town. So there we go. So that was episode 17. So a Night on the Town, Folidar goes and checks out the library, I believe, in this one. And I'm going to show you.
I thought a Night on the Town was the one where I ended up accompanying Navari Stormcaller the entire time.
Okay, no,
I remember that town. Oh.
Oh no, the man.
That was blast.
No, it wasn't. Okay.
Well,
I must have skipped over it somewhere, maybe. But maybe you go back to Cormier. I don't know. On to Milbourne. Yeah, maybe.
Oh, I remember Claude was dancing while we were creating so much chaos.
There were two clubs. I remember that. There was the good one and the low down one.
Yeah, you mean in Milbourne? Yeah, and then you guys go and like basically make a bunch of money off one, and then go and make even more money off the other one because you guys thought the one that sounded like it was the good club, and the people that somebody was trying to tell you was the good club was really the crappy one.
And Call made so much money.
And like this money making scheme to like it was bad, so like I forget exactly, but we.
So I remember it. Yeah, I remember it because it's the first serious Folidar moment. Like, was when you killed. We ended up killing him, and when I read the note to his daughter, it's just like, well, great, we've killed the father, and we've killed him for nothing.
Besides, or the top two contenders besides
I thought it was this one where you're in Cormier, but at some point in time, and I'm pretty sure it was in Cormier, Folidar goes into a library and searching around the library and just like looking at different books and such. And one of the areas he was in, let me see if I want to see if I can find it because.
Oh, that was when we were still on the rock.
What? Was it in the rock?
When you told me I could have died from
investigating
the wrong thing?
That was way back then.
That was on the rock.
Okay, yeah.
That's what I said. That was where it started.
Well, I'm not gonna
the joke of me dying.
I'm not going to jump back that far, but yeah. So in the library, I wanted to jump back that far so I could kind of show you guys. But in the library, he was up looking at these bookshelves, and just beyond these bookshelves, if he had seen this way that's kind of a Batman Murphy door type thing where you move a book and the bookshelf slides to the side. And then there's another like hidden library inside there, but there was a Mythalar, and and nobody knew this because I'm the only one that knew it, and he was this close. I was like, man, if he finds the secret door, he's gonna open it. He's gonna go in there, and he's gonna touch it, and I'm gonna like, oh shit, But I put it there because I always do stuff like that. There's also always dangers lurking around the corner from different things. Sometimes you guys are a lot less, in a lot less danger in some ways now than you ever were, but
that's unfortunate,
like
but true.
There's always danger, only because you guys are higher level and stuff like that now. But there's all these dangers looking around, and if you would have went and touched that, you would have been vaporized, man.
That's what you said. Yeah, you said I'm gonna be vaporized, and I'm just thinking to myself, it was session 2, I believe, or 2 or 3.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I was really going to die. This character was really gonna be killed off immediately, and it was just gonna be a learning lesson because we don't get a chance to talk about our second characters very often,
right.
Which they may never come into play.
Right.
But
at this point, I doubt it.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with that. Like the weapon,
it'll
when I look at the weapon,
it'll be hard to say because if he dies again,
I'm gonna be an undead servant.
He becomes non-dead and he just keeps up.
It actually.
Yeah. So right here, after a night on the town, on to Melbourne, and your package delivery, you deliver that to Thurmaster or whatever. And then this is the episode where you have an evening with Death, and Polidar interrupts his monologue. the Sirik, the god of death and trickery, is monologuing, and Polidar is like, "Excuse me, my good sir,"
I just thought it would be funny. I was just thinking, how many times do you ever get introduced to what? Let me turn that down. How many times do you ever just get introduced to what is essentially death, and they don't cut a monologue? Like it's always like, well, I, the one who ferries souls beyond the mortal plane, and I was just like, yeah. What do you want?
Like, shit.
Yeah, like what do you? Because in my mind, that's how I looked at it. It was just like, oh no, he's gonna hit us with a death monologue, and I just was like, that never follows well. Oh man, Sirik, the god I trusted the least, I believe.
And I think
that's saying something.
You still took his death ward.
Yeah, you and
it was a learning experience, regardless.
Yeah, you and Tessa took the death ward. But yeah, so
I haven't used mine, but
no, you haven't. You haven't died.
Well, you generally tend to stay far enough away from combat that you're less likely to be a target too. So.
Well, let's talk about that, Brian.
As well.
Let's talk about that, Brian. You want to know how the death ward got triggered for me? Just a reminder. So it got triggered, and I've been holding on to this for what now, 2 years? But it got triggered. I didn't even get the death saving throws beforehand. It just immediately got triggered, and I was like, no!
Yeah.
I got that abandoned ruin of a castle. What was it there?
Yeah, because you didn't even get to do the death save throw, right? You would have been outright killed, right, in that instance, and instead you got death warded.
I think it was like I don't even know if it was an outright kill because we were in that castle. The explosion happened first. I don't remember dying from the explosion, although I took a lot of damage. And then we had to fight in the abandoned little castle, and then I died, I think, just like casually gotten beat by one of the monsters. And it was just like, well, I started glowing. And I was just like, oh boy, this is fun.
Yeah, it wasn't the first time you went into the mines, right? Or was it?
That happened when we were it was like an abandoned castle or something. Because at that point, Tessa she had a bunch of zombies just following her around at all times.
I thought it was when we were underneath of the castle in the caverns and you got killed by the blade rain.
Oh yeah, because there was it
was a witch or something.
Oh, I thought it was there was like thieves,
That's what it was. We were fighting thieves, but there was something below that.
We ran into like some pirate thieves and we dispatched them rather easily. And we went around the corner and it was a house. We slept in the house, and we went down and there were some undead. which Jessa took control of a bunch of those. And then further down in the cave, there were like a witch and her.
So I remember that,
It was before that because
it was before
I
that, yeah.
remember my zombies dragging Fuldor out of a cloud of daggers or something while he was on death saves to me so I could heal him.
Yeah, now that I remember.
It could have been. And
that was funny.
I think it was like one of the master thieves. I think had an ability where he cast spells if it was a half caster or something like that, but I can't remember for sure. Or
I'm trying to remember.
Oh wait,
we were fighting.
No, you're right.
Bandits.
That was in the mine. I think that. Oh, okay. I was gonna say the cloud of daggers. I think that was like another time too, because that was the witch lady. You flew over her head.
No, that happened later, and I'm still mad about that. I cannot understand. At that point, I remember I was just like, of course I die again, because it was just like I can't do a thing. I was overhead, and she used cloud of daggers from the ceiling, and I'm just like the one move that could have caught me.
I think I called
it. And you would have died if I didn't save you with my
zombies. Exactly. I would have been an undead at that point.
Yeah, so that's where you fought Ranchfus on the riverside and defeated him.
Oh yes, with my little army.
Yep. And then
his body turned into a bunch of skellies.
His body turned into more of an army for you.
Yes.
Well, actually, he turned into that big bone colossus thing first, and then you guys destroyed that. And that bone colossus, once it was destroyed, turned into skeletons. which okay, so because I had time to plan. So here's the what you didn't see. Because I had time to plan, and I already know what I'm doing with Fulidar if he dies again. But then when I didn't have time to plan, that's what was going to happen to Fulidar if he died again. He was going to turn into one of those bone colossus things, just like the other thing, just like Ranchfus did, basically. I'm basically like Ranchfus had the same death ward on him, so. Because he was a cleric of Cyric, so yeah.
Yeah, he was. I'm just gonna be Ranchfus too, and that's terrifying.
But I think Cyric had other plans and changed the modality of the death ward after he saw you guys do some things. So now he's got other plans. Hence the Crypt Lord's mantle.
Oh my god! I just think, like I said, we don't get to talk about second characters very often, but I just think of when we were creating the first characters, talking shop and shit, like Session 0, just how we were rolling through each other. We also talked about the second characters, and I remember one goof that happened was because Oliver created a second character that was a Dampier.
Yeah.
At first, the whole thing was we kept referring to him as a Dampier, which I think was my fault because I kept saying it.
Yeah.
Because the character he had. Yeah, because like his name was like Dreyfus or something. Yeah. The second character, and I kept saying he was a Dampier, and then like Oliver just had to correct. Was like, no, I'm not a Dampier, and I was like, oh, we made a mistake, and I just think about that. We had so many conversations about it.
Right, and then so like because of that though, Oliver's character, Fallon, started sort of adopting the whole idea of he's a vampire and he's only out at night and he's the Moon Knight kind of thing, and like just all that stuff, and so it kind of like made it seem like, so of course that probably cemented that in your mind even more in a way.
We were really just like, I mean, he's clearly a vampire, right? Like we kept doing that.
You're like, I thought he was a vampire.
And I think about it occasionally because I just go like, we really did a disservice to this man's character work by just assuming he was a Dampier, and then he became Batman for a second.
Yeah, he became the Moon Knight. Yeah.
He was the literal Moon Knight.
Which means I need to get a hold of him too, because I haven't talked to him in a little bit. But last time I talked to him, he was doing all right. But let's see. So session 24 was keeping secrets. That was the camp thing. What was keeping secrets? Oh, keep it. I get it. I was a play on words. Keep
Oh, this is where I left my first army.
This is where you left your first army. Yep, and this is also where you ran into those master thieves in the keep. And under the keep was where you guys found the entrance to the mines or whatever. Also, you guys outside the keep, those who didn't accept the death ward, met an old man and 7 golden retrievers, who turns out later to be Bahamut. And some of you guys might have known that already, and I think we talked about that too. But which of course Bahamut gave everybody that's there a death ward also, except for it wasn't the cursed one that
which I thought was such a
gave.
I feel ripped off.
You thought it was rip off?
Well, because when he showed up, he gave.
If you would have just waited, then you would have got one from him instead.
I didn't know there was something to negotiate.
Well, of course you didn't know. That's the whole point. Oh, great.
No, I remember that just being like, no, I remember that also for me was the start of me constantly calling Call lucky, because who gets to meet their god and their god casts Death Ward on them, and then from there on he just manages to pull off literally everything he does. And I was just like, he's literally blessed.
Yeah, Joe don't have the Death Ward, and this is also like right around the time I think Oliver might not have been with us at this point in time, but he was right around this time is when he had to hop out.
Yeah, he was having a lot of
struggling
connectivity issues and things.
Listen up, content warning, people.
Oh gosh, here I am right at the beginning of the episode. Listen up, content warning, people.
It says significant profanity right in the tags of this video.
I'm going. It says significant profanity right in the tags.
I feel like our profanity use has reduced up until Joe came in.
Hold on, 1 second. Who the fuck is using profanity on our stream? You need to calm down.
I was like, yeah, some motherfuckers. I skate up here. I feel like we were really starting to calm down on profanity until Joe showed up, and I feel like Joe's a much needed profanity filter for us. Just like so we'll never get highlighted and categorized as kid friendly. Like it'll never happen now.
To be honest,
we're safe.
The biggest swearer of us is James.
100%. And I think it does contribute to the fact that when James started showing up less, it really did just like start getting clean until Joe came in.
I should have called I should have renamed this episode because it's called Broken Spire Keep Part 2, but there's no actual Broken Spire Keep Part 1. So I should rename the other one Keeping Secrets Broken Spire Keep Part 1.
Good idea. Consistency.
It was a play on words, so I did like Keeping Secrets, yeah.
Right. Now, this is where it happened. Broken Spire Keep is where I triggered the Death Ward, which is shortly after getting it, mind you. So I didn't even really get to have fun with it.
Right, which is right after, which is why I named the one right after Broken Spire Keep. I named right after Broken Spire Keep Part 2. I named it Broken Spire Souls.
Did you guys? Were you guys? Any of you guys hear the intro song in that while the stream was going?
I watched that.
This is also the very first time I did the intro theme. Where is it at?
Oh wow!
The very first time of any point in time.
In the chat when I said what you were saying.
Of course, I didn't. I don't know that. Oh no, that's
oh wow! This is chopped right here for this one.
What's that?
Yeah.
My hair was chopped.
Oh yeah.
Stephanie, as we've been going through this, I feel like I've seen 3 or 4 different hairstyles from you. But I'm looking at myself and I'm just realizing how little I changed over the course of all of these. I look the exact, like the only difference is my glasses, and the ones I was wearing are still right here.
Now, keep in mind, this is like, I think a year and a half, 2 years before I finished this intro and get it all finished. So Daniel, you ought to tell everybody what you told me. Like right after he joins Rise of the Drow, I probably ran this intro like 5 times by that point. Right after he joins Rise of the Dragon, what do you say, Daniel? Do you remember?
I think I asked you, why my name wasn't in
it. Yeah, he's like, hey, you got to add my name to the Rise of the Drow intro now. I'm like, God damn it! I just made this intro. It took me 2 years. Okay, so but yeah, it didn't actually take 2 years, but it took 2 years before I got it done and whatever. But anyway.
Right. This is when we had what's his name?
Yeah, Derek, the other Derek. He was playing Valeris, who was a Circle of Stars druid, and it was funny because I thought he was gonna stick with us, but apparently we our schedule wasn't working with him, so he dipped out. But that was like later when
he had 2 sessions with us.
Yeah, he was with like 2 sessions, but then when he in that session that first
I like his character.
That first session was also when he when Kaw first noticed the Wyvern Watch spell.
Which can we talk about? It was one question I wanted to ask. Does anybody else remember the more notable NPCs we've come across this journey? Like we had Navari Stormcaller, who was supposed to essentially be like a long-term companion NPC. Mm-hmm. And then I remember there was a druid woman, and then there are the people on Kaw's ship.
The druid woman. The druid woman was I don't remember her name, but she was the one that was helping the ranger introduce you to her.
With that kid druid or something.
The ranger Kuiper or whatever his name was.
We set up a trap and
the kid was
never actually do.
Kid was a werebear. Yeah. Yep. We were dealing with the whole werebear thing. Thank God we didn't kill him.
No, we trapped him, and I forget what happened.
The druid's name was, I don't know, it's something.
We've been in this cave a while, so I just bring it up because it's just like it's kind of interesting how many NPCs we've crossed paths with, and the ones that we were literally traveling with when we got into the point like we keep finding a new NPC, the flavor of the week.
And you haven't seen the last of Eurocard, you're pretty sure, and you haven't seen the last of Navari, definitely, because you have to.
Navari Stormcaller is still a lifelong ally.
Talk to the Queen eventually again, because once you finish this quest.
She has the other half of our money to get the ship.
Yep.
She thinks we're merchants.
Yeah, she invested in us.
Privateers.
Yeah, that's gonna go so well.
So the girls.
The greatest lie I've ever told.
I think the girls
might become the truth.
That's right.
Yeah, it wasn't actually the actual Garlstone mine where this is where you guys fought the bandits, and then the end part of the Garlstone mine.
It can't hear the sound of her voice.
The Battle of Garlstone. There we go. This is one where Fuller dies.
Smell her.
Again.
You know, I have to imagine she uses shampoo.
Look at I don't even know what the context is.
Rolls a 10, it's going to stay in the same spot. Okay, 9 means it's going...
Something about you can smell the lady.
Toward the silence, I believe.
So this is where, this is where I got absolutely done dirty.
And then this is also... The sad part is I can't even deny it. But I had already planned it, so it was like I was planning the dirty deed. I was planning the dirty deed from the get-go, and I'm like, watch, he's gonna come right over here.
No good deeds. What can I say? Because so let me recount. I did 2 things that ended up being completely ineffectual in this fight. The first was that I cast silence, I think, and I had cast silence to make sure that they couldn't start casting spells where they were, and so that you could just box them out. That was the first thing, and then I had flown in this cover of darkness over to this woman, and I used up my movement. So my next move was to attack when he got back to me, and he uses cloud of daggers. So I immediately fall, and I could not tell you. I mean,
It's like, well,
it's on footage, but I was so upset. I was like, God dang it.
Well, yeah. So you do that, and then I think she cast darkness. Hang on, let me see. No, the darkness might have got. No, the darkness did get dispelled when you killed her. I think if I remember right, didn't you kill her as you fell? Like, wasn't she dying as you fell or something along those lines?
No.
That's not. Yeah, I don't do it. That would have been goofy, but that definitely isn't what happened. I would have appreciated it very strongly.
She cast the cloud of daggers, and cloud of daggers stayed up. That's why.
Oh yeah.
I used my minions to get him to me.
With these
blades.
I thought I took somebody out in that fight. I just can't recall.
Yeah, it's filled with these blades.
My God, are you kidding me? Are you actually kidding me?
Yeah.
What? Oh, what the heck?
Oh, this cloud doesn't get hit again.
So it's not Cloud of Daggers, it's called something else, but...
Yeah, it was called something else.
Bladestorm?
Bladestorm, I think, yeah.
I remember I was playing as Cutler that day, too.
Yeah, because it was a lot bigger area than Cloud of Daggers.
So everybody
was that
in...
Paw?
I think you were.
It's 150 foot...
Oh, boy.
Yeah, we were dual charactering that day. Paw and Cutler.
So that's too many.
And Cutler is the one that killed her. So that's how I remember killing her. It was that Cutler beat her.
There.
And I was playing, and can I just say?
So everybody in this area here.
I didn't know how to play How to play Cutler.
I'm out of the area.
No, you're.
I can do it, so sure, okay.
What? Are you serious?
Yeah,
oh my
I'm out of
God.
the area.
Zoom in is so important. Oh my God, are you kidding me? Are you actually kidding me? Oh, I'm gonna die. Oh, there's no way I survive this.
Why did it do Dark Maw? They shouldn't have done that at all. Okay, here.
What's the save?
Rain of Blades.
15.
Okay.
Rain of Blades.
So you can see I'm already glowing.
Okay.
Okay. You can see I'm already glowing at this point. So the death thing had already happened.
That's why it was. Okay, so it was Rain of Blades. So the thing is that the blades came down from the ceiling, like, all over from the ceiling. That's why it was. Because you were flying at the time.
Yeah, I was above her,
so
and I was
it
like, "This is
wouldn't have mattered
perfect."
if it was like, if it was just like a regular Cloud of Daggers, it wouldn't have mattered. But
yeah, if it was Cloud of Daggers or Bladestorm, I would have been fine because I would have not.
Yeah, I think Bladestorm you might have even saved.
It has to specifically be Rain of Blades. Like that's why I was upset because I was like, you got to be kidding me! It's the one move that would stop me. She couldn't just have Cloud of Daggers. It was Rain of Blades.
Right. And then
now,
and you can see at this point in time, like I already had that black flashing thing on you, so that and I put that black flashing thing on you because you'd already died once from the Death Lord.
Yeah, so I died before that, and I'm just like, so great, I'll be undead.
The second quote unquote death, and I don't think you died this time. I think you just fell unconscious.
So Cutler.
I did. So that's what I was talking about. When we did the bandit fight, I fell unconscious, but it immediately triggered it because I didn't end up doing any death saving throws.
Right.
So that's why I said I was like I feel like I got cheated. But then we came here,
Also,
I legit
has to make
fall and then immediately had to get saved out of the situation.
Yeah, and I don't remember if you failed any death saving throws, but it was the bandit fight where you go down and you. So I think it was either there or here. At any rate, one of those points in time was when now Fulidar does necrotic damage whenever he strikes with anything.
So bonus.
Any of his monk abilities.
Imran needs to make one.
Or weapons, either way.
This probably looks like the end for Imran.
So yeah, so that was the Battle of Garso.
Now, this is where I realized because again, we both had to play. We had to both play other people's characters that session, and I remember playing Cutler, and even now as I look at all his stuff, James tailored Cutler to like perfection for what his like play style is, and it was in that moment that I realized that James and I in no way, shape, or form have the same play style because I was struggling so hard looking at all of his skills and stuff to string together a like consistent strategy.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my God, I don't know how to use this character. I don't know how to play this character. And I just kept thinking to myself, like, I was like, okay, so he usually does a breath weapon, right? I can do breath weapon. But it's like, oh, but what if I'm just like, do I rage here? What? And, and it was just like me. Whenever I play as a player, I always try to make sure I have like a what's that called? It's like a I call it the gap of imagination. So you have your skills and the stuff that's on the sheet and everything that you can use. Like I can use a quarterstaff +3, and then I can use flurry of blows, and it'll maximize my damage. But I also wanted to just have a character that if I ever stumbled like that, I could just be like, I change. That's my ability. I can just shapeshift into something and then do X, Y, and Z. And so that's why like a lot of my early play was less about being a good fighter, because I wasn't really. If we look back, I did do a couple of DPS moments where I do like high damage, but I was mostly trying to be like the grand manipulator. That was like my big role in everything. It was like we transform, we have a conversation, we tricked them into doing X. We transform, we have a conversation, we tricked them into doing X. and it was just like I had to play color, and I was like, smash, just or smash, and I was just like, I can't do this. I'm bad at this.
Oh. This one, I got that tent thing.
Yeah, the little cabin. It's like a little cabin model, like a little small cabin.
I think this is.
And it's
we're close.
It expands into Leomund's desirable residence, and this is the first camp you used in the Leomund's desirable residence.
We're getting close to the point in which Grandalif showed up there.
Yeah. The witch lady here, she had that on her belt or necklace or whatever.
Yeah. Oh, we did them absolutely dirty in that fight. They had no chance.
We left my second army there.
So at this point, chronologically, Grandalf was probably plane hopping then.
Yeah, chronologically, Grandalf was in the astral plane, ethereal plane,
Yep.
and he was being led around by a stone golem probably right around this point.
Yep, sounds about right.
And
then the orc camp.
The orc camp, yeah. This was a great. I love this whole fucking session right here. This orc camp where Cutler challenges the orc chieftain to fight one-on-one combat.
I'm free to just leave here.
Oh my god, the orc camp. Oh, I love this.
Chieftain doesn't step up, I'm gonna be so pissed.
This is where I stopped being
like. He just says, if the orc king doesn't step up, I'm gonna be so pissed.
The orc chieftain, you do see him in a like near a tent in the back, surrounded by several female orcs, you see him kind of walk up towards the where you guys are curiously, and you hear him say something in Orcish. He says, "Champion," like that, and suddenly around the corner here, around the corner here, comes a bullet, or a boule if you prefer.
A boule.
And there is an orc riding it. And he jumps off the back of the boule and lands on the ground in front of you. And he cracks his neck and he says, "You're big. Good."
Alright, everyone, your chieftain has arrived.
So I take that as he. So I take that.
No, he is not. He is not the chieftain. He is the champion.
So I take that. So I take that as he passed, getting past my nat 20 intimidation.
The nat 20 intimidation. Let's see. Well, he was out of sight. He was out of sight, so I'm not sure. It would. Let me see. I'll give him an advantage on his check, and he probably will still be intimidated. So, but I'm gonna give him a morale check, basically.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So he is like, he says.
This is how I roll all the time, too, guys. This is not
he
good.
says,
like, every time I roll, I'm almost always rolling terrible.
I do not wish to.
Like John's over there rolling nat 20s against us in the one fucking campaign, trying to do TPKs, and I'm like, oh, here's a 10. Oh, look, a 7. I rolled a 7. I'm so proud.
Cutler being smart and probably kind of bold and stupid.
Oh no.
Goes,
Yeah, so anyway,
no.
he challenges the orc chieftain, the orc king in this case, that he finds out later.
I remember because I made that speech to get like the challenge going, and then I think Januka added to it. What happened? I recall you did something.
I think that was like the first time I used my luck.
Oh,
I think because it was like we were basically talking up Cutler and staking everything on him winning a one-on-one fight. Like we were just like, he would beat anyone here. Your strongest warrior, it doesn't matter. He'll take them down. And I remember just being like, I hope you win. I hope you win. It was such a funny battle because everything that happened as a result of that was hilarious. I just remembering that the orc, we have an entire orc army at our disposal.
Shopping and
yeah, that was the next. That was the next.
The next one.
The big old shopping thing. Also, that was where, because Cutler did defeat the orc chieftain, who turned out to be the orc king, a deposed orc king. He decided that Cutler was the only orc among them worthy of marrying his daughter.
Not even an orc.
Even though he's not an orc, he decided that the orc king believes that orcs have to be strong and strong-willed and just very, don't back down from anything kind of things. And he chose Cutler as his chosen heir.
And Cutler and I both got branded.
Yep. You both got branded with the
worst
symbol of
the shield of Januka's too.
Yeah, and Januka got her shield painted up with that.
Which I didn't even know was an option.
You guys are all kind of honorary blood skulls. Well, not all of you.
I was like, I changed my mark away because I was just like, I'm so mad. I didn't want to get branded, but Cutler had to talk me into it. And I was like, dang it. Oh my god. We have like 4 armies at our disposal.
The book?
Yes, I do still. I still talk about the book, the situation where we were really about to outbid each other for the book. And then it was like, I get the book and you better not go to sleep. I think I sent Brian a roll. I think I sent him a message down.
You were both sending me messages.
Yep, I was gonna steal it.
So what I said Brian was, at the end of every night before I sleep, I always put the book in calls back. That's what I told him.
And then I kid you not, after you sent me that, she was like, "I'm gonna try to steal it while you're sleeping."
That would have been so funny if it was just like the book was not there.
And then
every time you would have found it.
Yeah, didn't you get a iron stone or something?
Yes.
Yeah.
So we went like. Be at each other's neck. You give it from the princess.
Yeah, the princess gave it to you, and I believe it's she gave it to you. I can't remember why. I thought it had something to do with you being in the bridal
something
party.
Blue.
Yeah, it was either something borrowed or something blue. Yeah. But yeah, so it was one of those things.
Something blue, but I can't have it active while the ceremony is happening because it's red.
Yeah, because it'll turn red when you activate it. Yeah. So yeah. But yeah. So that was the thing for the ceremony. That's the jewel she gave you because you're going to be a bridesmaid or the matron of honor or something along those lines. I don't remember. I think that she wanted you to be the maid of honor because of the idea that you were from Cutler's tribe, as it were. But yeah, but yeah, and see now Taylor's got long hair and I got short hair by this episode.
Oh, you guys have been bullshitting and fucking scamming your way through every situation you've come across since the very beginning.
Oh yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah, that's our style.
Okay, now I want you to understand that the group I was with had a whole other approach.
You the no good deed one? Yeah. Oh god, or not the no good deed, the Grim Harvest one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Harvest, all right. That was exactly their first idea. Was oh look, there's a situation. Let's make a Grim Harvest.
Let's smash it. Hulk smash.
I mean, I think it helps that we just have too many quote unquote intellectual characters whose big thing is either deception or constant trickery. Like me and Jessa alone do way too much trickery. We're very unilateral in that. Whereas Cutler does it occasionally, and then you have Call who's just on it. Can we talk about the fact that I don't think Call has ever uttered a single lie in this campaign, and it's always worked out for him.
Yeah. So
he's always honest.
And Januka kind of try to keep us from killing everyone in our wake, and then for chaos.
Call has solved problems just by rolling high on what is essentially just pure charisma of honesty. And it's crazy, but you have Januka who's just
Call's just breaking out those charisma rolls though. Like you remember he did those paintings that were like 24,000 gold paintings and then he fucking when he was in that one bar, that dive bar, he danced and he made like 100 gold like dancing on the table. Like holy crap!
He's just a savant. He's just the natural good. Like
he's just likable. He's just like he's a likable. He's a likable little kobold. Like everybody likes Ka. Like cannot go wrong with
Ka. We were popular. Like we were popular.
I think everyone in our group would die for Ka.
Yeah,
like even Jessa.
I always said it was like
I don't know if Grandolith would. I don't know.
I was saying yeah.
Grandolith actually was one of the characters in one of the auditions with Call. So Grandolith already
knew. Yeah, because Grandolith already knew Call. That's right.
Yeah, that's right. Grandolith already knew Call. And yeah, Grandolith always liked Call. So even before he joined this party, Call was definitely a likable.
But will Grandolith die for Call though?
Dude, Grandolith, you might be surprised.
Might be surprised.
Like Voldar would. Yeah, I made it clear that Voldar would absolutely die for Call.
Well, she's always Januka's always having him, on her shoulder so she can protect him. So.
Right, and I kind of feel like Januka is like Ka is the one that everyone would die for, but Januka is the one that would die for just about anyone.
Yeah.
Just to keep it safe.
The Januka is the war banner, if that's what I would call her. Like, if Januka tells us to rally, everyone rallies. Like, it's just a moment of clarity. Be like, if Januka says this is a fight, this is a fight.
And Folidar is the voice of reason that dies just because he's reckless.
My reasoning.
How is he the reckless voice of reason? It's so crazy.
Yeah, my reasoning is it's a reason for sure. Not exactly the most sound one, but if anything, I always looked at Folidar as like the character who will tell you every possible option. And just like we could do that, or we could do the crazier and much more fun option.
Well, he'd be like, Sir Drake of Dragonville would say that this is sheer folly because of blah blah blah, and then he'd run in anyways. Like what? Like wait, what?
My favorite quote that I did was to Jessa, and I remember her just being like, "I have no idea what you're saying," because I was just like, Jessa, in order to understand the constitution of a chair, one must first sit in it, and she was just like, "What's that mean?" That was the first time someone ever just had a blank reaction to one of my quotes. Like, where it was like, "What does that mean?"
Oh shit! Oh my god! Okay, all right.
I ran out of those quotes a while ago too. I used to have like a page where I had a bunch of quotes by made-up authors, and I have to like come up with them on the fly these days. And I'll just be like, "Oh, this is such a dumb quote," and I have to say it.
If it works, it works.
So then
It works. It works.
You guys went to the gnome city of Glimgard, and I think on the way to the gnome city of Glimgard, maybe even. Yeah, on the way, right? Yeah. So on the way to the gnome city of Glimgard, Grandolith falls out of a color pool.
They were in Glimgard when I joined.
Oh, you were in Glimgard when you joined.
Yeah,
okay.
We were like at the entrance, being like, "Hey,
yeah,
we're here to save the day."
And
I
then
guess.
Of course they're being led by Carmenera, this gnome, this deep gnome cleric, and then Grandolith falls through this color pool, and that's when she's like, "Oh, well, if you're here too, then you must be part of this. So you better come along." Basically, Carmenera didn't even blink. She's like, "Oh, this is what the gods mote be, right?" This is foretold by the gods. It must be because people don't just fall out of color pools otherwise.
Right.
If I'm honest, I feel like we all underreacted to the color pool situation.
I did.
If I can find it.
I think when it got established that Todd and Granula knew each other, the rest of us were like, "Oh yeah, he's cool."
Yeah, he's people.
Yeah. Oh, of course he's supposed to be here because he knows Ka, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude. That's funny shit.
Do you remember? And okay, so real quick, who didn't play? Who didn't play their character in the tryout?
Go ahead. 1 second.
I didn't play. No, I didn't play Jessica yet.
I remember because I always think about like you ever just feel like you've wasted the character. Whereas like you had a session or one time or like a quick like a one shot session or something and you created this character and you go like, I'm never gonna use it again.
So Grandolith, I made Grandolith like this. He's literally Grandolith the Grey. Like he was the most boring character I could come up with in a sense. Okay, I had no intention of playing him long term. So I did my audition, and then Brian asked me to do a second audition. And then he asked me to do a third audition. I'm like, what the fuck, dude? He's like, no, I just needed you to fill a spot. And I'm like, oh, okay. So by this point now, before we even started, I've played Grandolith in 3 different games. Met like, I don't know, 12 other players. You know what I mean? And then so we're starting, and I had this whole other idea. I was going to play Tabaxi Warlock is what I wanted to play. And Brian's like, I kind of want you to play Grandolith. I'm like, all right, cool. And
yeah, I can see that.
That was not my intended character, dude. I was going to play this obnoxious ass Tabaxi Warlock.
Also for this, I think, well, Daniel didn't, you didn't play, oh no, so Daniel didn't play, he wasn't in the normal auditions because Daniel had played with me previously in one of my other games, before he joined Action Surge.
Yeah.
And then, but I can't remember if there was somebody in No Good Deed that didn't. I don't remember James Cutler.
I played Snow.
Did you?
With Luther.
Oh, okay.
She was a Tabaxi, a white.
Oh, okay, yeah, and I think.
White Tabaxi, yeah.
I think maybe James also played somebody different in the audition.
I know he did, but I can't for the life of me remember what it was because it was me, James, Derek, Eris. Those are 4 I remember playing in that tryout. I played. What was his name? I remember he was a paladin to an unknown god.
Right.
And that was the whole bit, that I was an alcoholic who got drunk with a god and accidentally got forced to an oath. And so I don't know the name of my god, and therefore I can't invoke his name.
And that's why that character died and was resurrected as Folidar and now reincarnated as Folidar. And that's why Folidar is an alcoholic in truth.
Maybe it was that. No, because that character, Brian, remember that the bit about that character was that I couldn't get drunk.
Oh, right. That's true.
Because anytime I touched alcohol, it turned into water.
Yep, it turned into water. Yep, I remember that.
It was just nonstop. Like, and the first thing you had us do in that session was burning goblins, and the first thing you had us do in that one was we went to the tavern and there was a drinking contest. And I just was like, I feel like because of how I made the character, I can't participate because it would be cheating.
Yeah.
It was just like I can't get drunk every time my lips so much as touches the alcohol, it turns into water.
Yeah.
I remember the only thing I remember from my audition is doing that drinking competition with Luther, and Luther like rolled nat one like right away, I think, or really low.
Yeah.
And then like Snow, this tiny tabaxi, rolled really high and won it, and it was insane. It was also my first streaming. I was so nervous and like I hardly remember anything.
Oh, you were nervous the first time we streamed?
Oh yes.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yes.
I didn't know that, and I also didn't know it was your first time streaming either. So, but
yes,
we were all
like
we were all pretty new to it. I think Deontay probably had the most experience out of anybody. As far as
I've never streamed before.
What's that?
It's kind of
No.
I've never
No,
streamed
I'm pretty
before.
relaxed with it. So
Brian's games, and I haven't auditioned for either of them. I was just like, hey, you got a spot open?
Yeah.
Favoritism, am I right? No, I'm joking.
Yeah, it's nepotism and it's fine. But no, so so I like for me, I was still pretty nervous streaming too, but I'm also like I'm generally kind of a talker, anyways, and like I do a lot of comic conventions and stuff like that, so that helped a lot. But,
right, that's what helped me. Was my
fact. Tattoo background will help that.
You can definitely tell when I got comfortable because I started talking. I started actually role playing. Like I would
you
say
were a
like
lot quieter in the earlier days.
I was so quiet. Like the first 10, I
think it's the opposite for me. I think I was a lot more talkative early on. Because that was kind of two reasons. One, I'm a naturally talkative individual in social spaces, but it was also just like I thought my character's bit being the talkative one, it was like gonna fit well with the whole thing. Because when we did the tryout, my character didn't do a lot of talking. He was just upset all the time. And it was like the only thing I had was I did the gimmick. The only thing I brought over from that tryout was that I remember the tryout. The gimmick back then was I had a phrase book of paladin phrases that I had to say. So I would just like whenever I had to be a paladin to try to earn favor with the god that tricked me into being a paladin, I'll pull out the book and read something that was just like, "Hear ye, everyone! We are here to make sure that you are released from this foul." You get the idea. But I thought, okay, that was kind of funny. But what if I just made like a character who's a learned scholar and just keeps quoting other people? And that was something I dragged over. But as time went on, I think I just got like to the point where I was like, everybody else is getting a little more talkative and more expressive in their character. I was like, everybody knows the Foladar bit. I can just kind of, I can just kind of hang back sometimes.
Right. Yeah.
Like it doesn't help me to always jump in and be like, well, verily so, and preposterously, may I add. Like I don't have to do it as much.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So I like that about it. I was like, everybody really did, because I remember James was in the tryouts and as well as in our session. James was like, James is boisterous. Yeah. And his characters are always like very boisterous and like, and it's like an excitement level to it. And when we, in the early sessions, it was like the big talkers in the team were usually a combination of Liren, Cutler, Foladar. Mm-hmm. So if Liren was talking, usually no one really like interrupted him or anything, because usually he was the one that said the reasonable thing. If Cutler was talking, we usually tried to stop him from talking. And then if Foladar was talking, I felt like it was like a morbid curiosity that people would let me keep talking, and then go, okay, we can't listen to that.
I feel like it's interesting. So Liren was an Echo Knight, and Grandolph is an Echo Knight, and Liren is definitely very tactical, and Grandolph is very tactical. And the only difference is I think that Liren always at least tried to get everybody on board with this plan, right? Grandolith is like more than willing to go along with whatever plan or make up a plan, but Grandolith is also can also be that odd man out. Like he'll be like, well, fuck the plan. I'm gonna do this. Whereas Lyran is like, okay, everybody, try to get on board with this plan, and everybody tries to get on board with this plan, and then all of a sudden you're all herding cats. And it's just like everybody's going everywhere and doing everything opposite of what was originally planned.
My thing is,
that guy.
I came from a party where, I mean, like, okay, when I left, they replaced fucking the leadership with
Luther.
Luther.
Yeah, Luther.
Like, they gave leadership to Luther. And I'm like, these guys kind of know what they're doing, and I don't know how I fit into these people, so I'm just gonna. Here's their plan. I'm gonna fit into their plan the best way I can, without revealing what I do. They can see what I can do. I'll show them. And that'll be enough. And
Luther is like, even Zach was like, I don't know if Luther should be the leader. Luther should be leader. Oh my gosh,
that's just funny.
Zach's like, I don't know if that's like the best idea, but
it was crazy.
Which of course I'm kind of like, yeah, I don't know if that's the best idea either, but of course, they all chose Luther, so sure, why not?
What's crazy since Lyran left, we've never had that leadership like conversation of who is the leader of the group. We've all been kind of leader in different scenarios type of situation.
Yeah, we all have our niche.
Yeah, like for the most part, when Januka's like taking lead of something, we all just kind of follow it. Typically, like Januka does something, we'll go, okay. Well, Januka seems to have like the right. But then there are occasions where I have to speak for the team, and it's just like, okay, so I guess right now Folodar is leading the team, or there's times where it's Cutler's boat, and we really never got back to that point where we were like, there's a de facto leader of this team, because we just don't have we no longer have the dynamic of like, there's a sane person in a bunch of crazies. We got at least 3 sane characters now, 2.5 actually, but
yeah. Grandolith, though, like, he's a mercenary. That's his whole stick. So he's designed to be able to kind of just fit in wherever he falls, and that's how I run him. He's kind of bland. He's kind of a boring guy, but he fights pretty good.
Joe, I have to say, you've shown me one thing is that a lot of people create characters that like they want the character to be interesting, and they build this character to be very interesting. My very first time as a DM, I put together a campaign for a bunch of very new to D&D players, and I wanted to get them interested in D&D as a whole. And all of them, every single one of them, just went and looked up the list of different races and the list of different powers and created absolute crazy, insane characters. You had a ADHD hyperactive cat, Tabaxi. I think she was a blood hunter. And just every time she said something, it was very hyperactive and overjoyous. I had a changeling who was like always extremely flirty for some reason, and it was just like this collection of kooks. And that was the whole thing. But what I learned from just Grandolith is a character, sir. First off, he is absolutely a character, and you say it yourself, like you've done nothing about his character that's particularly like an interesting hook. That's just how you play him, and it shows me like you can make a default character interesting given the way you play it or the enthusiasm in playing it. Like I put thought into sage librarian who also is a monk because I have to fight occasionally, and also quotes books that he read over the years. Like that was a thought I had of the character. I had quotes made for him. I sat there and took a whole backstory that I'm slowly drip feeding into the campaign every now and then.
You need to make a new list of quotes.
I made a list because like I'm not putting a lot of work into this character for an audition. that I don't know I'm going to make through because I'm paying attention to the people who are showing up and they're introducing themselves and I'm a voice actor and I'm this and I'm that and I'm like, I'm just Joe. I don't know, so I'm not really into this character, right? So I'm just
your everyday Joe, your average Joe.
An ordinary average guy. I love that Joe Walsh song. And but I didn't put a lot into him, and he is like really one of my favorite characters I've ever played. He's the only character I can think of that I really liked more than Grandolith was my wizard Welbar, which he was just ridiculous because he was a wizard, but he used a whip instead of a staff, and ended up with a staff with a magi, but it was just an accessory more, you know what I mean, more than anything. It was just, he was ridiculous. He made a bunch of magic items. Wellbar's wondrous socks. They were like socks that gave you a zone of comfort, on your body. So, and just all kinds of stupid shit. He was great. I love him. Researched his own spells.
Have the right socks, you'll never get exhaustion.
I mean, that was my intrigue of it all. Was that I was like, when I did try out, the first thing I thought was, I need to create, because it was an audition. So I was like, I need to really lay it in on this character that I'm going to create. But then when I did create that character, and immediately I was like, this is a great character for a one shot because there's absolutely no chance that I could develop him further than this. Like, I made a paladin who doesn't know who his god is, and he can't use most of his paladin skills. Like, the whole bit joke of that character was going to be like he was a wasted effort. And then I thought to myself, like, this was me trying my hardest to appeal to the notion of character in this audition, because that's my strong suit. That was going to be my bit. Like, that was my commitment. My contribution was, like, I want him to look at me and go, like, that guy can make a character. And so when I played it, I thought to myself, and that's why I asked it earlier about, like, who of us drag our characters over. And I just thought to myself, like, I really took that concept, made it, put time into it, built the character sheet, and then it's just sitting somewhere now in my files where I'm just like, I'll never play this character again. But what made it for me was that when I came in to do the thing, I do Folidar.
I think we'll run across that character at some point.
Yeah, maybe you just see him like, God.
Probably in a bar down on his luck, like usual.
Just sitting there drinking water.
Yeah.
But I thought about that because I was like, that was my whole philosophy. I made three characters, like Looney Tunes, basically. I made him, I made Folidar, and I made the weapon, which is still just a Blade ripoff. Like, the character is just straight up Blade in a medieval setting. Yep. And all I could think to myself at the time was, because if I die as Folidar, I don't want to come back in Folidar adjacent. I want to be completely a shakeup of a character. So, like, Folidar is gone. Green Folidar, and then all of a sudden some dude comes in a trench coat and like sunglasses, and he's just like, man, I'm not looking forward to working with you loonies. I'm just here to kill vampires. And I even had that bit. I think it was like, he's only going to be like a vampire fighter.
My character name was the Tabaxi Warlock, and it was Grandmother Firth. And she was like, her patron was Baba Yaga. Like, I was
gonna talk like this and everything.
Brian's like, I really like Grandolith. You should play him. I'm like, okay. Thinking Grandolith the Grey. Got it. Got to figure out how to make that interesting.
So it's a credit to you. Yeah, absolutely. One of my favorite moments in there is you did. One of my favorite moments is still that conversation where I pulled that quote out, and then Grandolith shows me like dead Cortez, and then I was just like, I feel like I lost that conversation. I was like, that's a brilliant. It's a brilliant encounter. It's just how you play it, It's just how it is sometimes. Sometimes it doesn't have to be. I pulled all of my imagination together on a character. Sometimes it's just we had a good time.
Yeah, Grandolith something. Yeah. He's Sometimes he feels like there's enough has been said, and just a little visual reference does the job. And that Mind Flayer head is a wonderful visual reference, because I took that thing at low level. I was low level when I took that Mind Flayer head. I was like third level, I think. Fourth level at best.
What were you saying, something?
I lost it.
Oh, me?
Sorry, no.
I know, I forgot what I was going to say.
Oh.
I mean, like, what was our... It's crazy looking back on it, honestly. I mean, if we're being completely real here, 42 sessions, it really felt like we had that brief period of time where we took like a long break, right, and we came back. But outside of that, it's felt like so short because it really feels like to me like Grandalu just showed up, but 10 sessions is at least half a year.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you think about it, if we're doing about basically 2 sessions a month, you know, and that's if we do them.
Right.
But if we're doing 2 sessions a month, that's basically 24 sessions in a year. So yeah, so 12 sessions is exactly half, and that's if 10 sessions usually is half because we don't usually do 2 sessions a month every month because something will happen, something comes up, something gets canceled or whatever, you know.
Right.
As it does.
Right. Like,
I do remember our first like real encounter with Granolith. We actually tried to do a thought out plan and it went to shit.
Yeah, that's right here too. A task well rewarded. I think it's in this episode. Where you guys go up. Oh no, that task well rewarded. Actually, that's the one where that's the first one where you guys go and check out the gnome burial ground and Folidar and Jessa kind of decided that maybe it was a bad idea to go and mess with it.
Yes,
that was funny.
I actually got really close to dying.
Yeah,
that was so funny.
Meet my new roommate here. Put your head there. There you go. That's Allie.
What's up?
Look at my eye. I got beat up by my old roommate.
I told her she should keep her mouth shut, but no, I'm kidding. That's when
do we need to
cancel? Don't cancel.
No, do we need to end this section a little early, Brian?
No,
that's see you 3 to 4, 3 to
5. See you in 10 to 15.
Right, good behavior, maybe.
Yeah. No. Someone she was her ex or whatever. So, but yeah.
No, absolutely in that, man. Control Alt Delete.
Oh yeah, I do. I want to do, but I'm like, well, I probably shouldn't go to jail today.
I want to just go ahead and go on the record on Twitch say that I'm not promoting violence in any way, shape, or form.
I do. I wanted to though, like, but
I remember I kept goading on Folidar during this.
Yeah.
Yes, you did.
To try to break through that wall. You're trying to break. You guys were trying to break through that wall to get to the other side. You guys could see what was there. It was this thing.
Of all of my D&D sessions and all of my campaigns, Jessa getting under my skin is like the most consistent running joke I've ever had. Where it's just constantly like the two changelings are constantly just back and forth about something and we can't agree on most things. And then now you're like, oh, by the way, here's this vision of her taking over the world. It's like, oh, she's the worst. And then the next time I have a dream or a vision, it's of her doing said things, and then I'm also there. So that was like, yeah, no, Folidar is depressed. Like, clinically, he can't believe he's going to be a part of this. We're just like the opposite fellow situation.
Jessa knows how to egg you on, too.
The scary thing is it almost looks like we are the bad guys.
We've
had that conversation. We've had that conversation before too. Like all we do is evil stuff for good reason.
The funny thing is that Carmen Aaron, the gnome cleric that's kind of having you do stuff, she kind of has that feeling about you guys in some ways. But obviously you guys don't necessarily know that about her. Thinking that
she can't tell us anything. She asked us to literally commit genocide.
But she basically thinks of you guys as kind of the bad guys, but she believes that she needs bad guys to do what needs to be done.
I mean, we're not traditional bad guys. Like, we don't kill everything on sight, but
not everything.
We're not committing Darrowcide. I just want to be clear on that. If there's even one nice Darrow, the rest of them could attack us from all ends. If there's even one nice one, we're coming back with it alone and being like, yeah, we're not going to do that. I can't burn your city to the ground, though. How about that? That's us in a nutshell. Like, that's us in a nutshell. We'll be like, we do evil stuff, but we have our own rules and morals.
City. Or that Rock Elf City.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
We are getting them points. And then we're going to visit. Because fuck them now.
Yeah, we'll put it all to the ground. We will. And that's what we've done. We've killed characters for less. Like, we've killed characters who had their own missions and goals. We killed that gardener for almost no reason. Like, that was almost entirely unneeded death that we did there.
That gardener was like one of the first casualties of. He was less sad than the bullywug, but you know who was almost as sad. We're gonna go back a little ways, back to Thurmaster, actually to Milborn, and you know when Carl was dancing in the thing. Do you guys remember Growler?
Yeah, Growler is definitely one that stings the most.
Volodar's carrying the golden ticket to his daughter, and he was the one that basically was trying. He was gonna give Jessa a map.
I thought he was
Jessa killed him. He was a creepy old guy.
Who kind of knew our goals, so I was like, you know too much, you gotta go.
You know too much.
Yeah, he knew it was very suspicious how he was behaving.
Yeah,
and so she's going there.
He did reveal that you guys are here to do this, right? You know, like, but that's because he had heard he was one of the good guys too, and so the right people had told him. And then you guys decided, well, not you guys, but Justin decided he needed to die.
Yeah, and I remember that being our first. That was like our first character rift. We were like actually having like arguments over what we should do next because it was really just like I took the gold, and then Jessica says, "Give me the gold."
Yeah, and Foldar,
you guys found that body stuff in the bag holding.
Yeah, you guys found that. It was like a plaque. It was like a plaque, and it was to his daughter and whatever. And on the back of the daughter, it was like gonna give her a trip to anywhere she wanted to go, kind of thing. And it was like a magical plaque. And Foldar was just like he was devastated. Like he was like thinking, oh yeah, he's just a bad creepy old dude like Jessa thought. And then you guys saw that, and it was like
It's like, oh well, let's move on.
Yeah, so like that was our thing. It was like we don't often get the chance to play up to our backstories very often as our characters because we kind of got dropped into everything. We've just been reacting to every situation that happens on like the adventure. So it was like the first time where I was just like, I had put in there that Foldar is an adopted changeling and that he values parenthood. Like he cherishes his parents, which is why he's even a librarian in the first place. And all I could think to myself was, if anything happens where you rob someone of a parent, Foldar has to react violently. Now, the gardener, we didn't question if he had a child or not, so we were living in blissful ignorance there. But, like, this was a situation where not only was the guy a parent who was going to help us, but, like, he loved his daughter, and I was just like, and this is where Foldar has to just stop and be like, this is what we do. We kill people. We take people for people, and I was like, that is insane that happened. And then again, that was the first time we were actually just having like a standoff because it was like, Foldar, hand me the money. It's just like, I'm not handing you anything. Like, we found what we found. I will give this money to his daughter when we meet her.
Yeah, that was just kind of funny and kind of crazy. That whole scenario, like, because I knew, and I played it that way on purpose. Like, I wanted Jessa or Stephanie in this case. Sorry, Stephanie. But I wanted Stephanie to be like, this is some creepy old dude that wants to take me back to his hut and, have his way with me, right? And then he's going to be surprised when I stab my dagger in his back. And I just played it up that whole
She
thing.
did with no hesitation. Like
she did. She just killed him. And then I was like, okay, now I can lower the boom.
And it's just like, that was the hit point for us all.
He was actually one of the good guys, and
he's like, he wrote it there. I'm gonna help them. I'm gonna help them out.
Was gonna give you his map and all this stuff. Oh man, that was.
Yeah, I'm gonna be a dad you can be proud of.
Listen to Stephanie. She says we still got the map. That is some true Tesla stuff right there. We still got the map.
That's what I'm saying. And that's the character. Jessa and Tessa both, honestly. It's all for one and one for one. Like that's just what makes it so great, is that every time you think we're doing something righteously, then Jessa reminds us that we're definitely probably the villains. Because she'll just be like, I don't want to do that. I'm going to stab him. It's just like, what?
Session 33 is where you guys go in and you guys scout out the troll area. And you scout out the troll areas. You set up all kinds of traps. You get it all ready.
I made the awesome trap. Oh, that was great. Me and Ka.
Yeah,
that was an incredible trap.
Yeah, he paints the
color jumps clean over it.
The pit of spikes. He paints the pit of spikes on the ground. Excuse me. And you made like a trip line in front and a trip line behind.
Straight wire. There was a garage. There was fire.
Oh, that was the other thing. Yeah, that was the other thing with the trip line. So the trip line was essentially like you tripped, and essentially a garrote would just like hang you. Like would hang a troll. Like basically you got it set up troll size to where it would hang trolls, and so like. But then of course, Cutler comes in as everything's going off and kind of like sets everything all like kind of awkward. I think that was in the next session though, because I think you got everything set up this session, but maybe it was.
Yep, and then we rested before we started.
Yep, you rested before you started. Oh, actually, before that even happened, before you rested, you guys all snuck down. You guys all snuck down. Folidar, you, and Grandalus snuck down and killed the shaman, because the whole battle would have been a lot harder had the shaman still been alive.
And that was my thinking when we did it. So I was like, we got to kill a shaman first.
Because
that was and Grandalith fucking teamed up, and they were pretty nasty.
Yeah, I feel like we caved ourselves in with the shaman and the three of us.
Yeah, you did. You caved yourself into that area, yeah.
And then we didn't have a real plan on how to get back out.
I did.
But then you weren't there for the next session, if I remember correctly.
Right?
And then
Folidar
and I had to be like, what was what?
Yeah, but he told me the way that he was going to get out, I think, between sessions. So
was it like a scroll or something?
No, it was basically all he had to do was have a hole, and then he could see through the hole, and he could just teleport out through the hole.
Teleport.
Yeah.
We could just
Misty step to the other side as long as you could see the other side.
Right. Out. But you guys used the whole potion and just walk.
Well, our shadow, when I'm so glad that the 2024 rules were allowed me to make the way of the shadow better. Because, Lord, before that, I felt like I could not escape a single situation under any circumstances. And that's why I died so much. It was just like, every time I get stuck in somewhere, it would be like, oh no, well, I'm here now. I gotta take this hit. But Way of the Shadow, now I can just, plus the wings of flying, plus the boots. So it's just like, I can just disengage and straight up disappear into shadows at a wheel with shadow stuff. And I'm so glad for that. That is such a huge, because I can understand the hatred. I love monks. I love the monk character.
So here's another, episode 34 was called Underdark Emancipation, because it's when you guys actually fought the trolls and James came in and he like kind of messed up the trap, but it still worked really well anyways. And then you guys went in and fought a bunch of trolls, and then a bunch of trolls came running, just like hordes of them, and then you guys kind of got out of there, and then purple worms came in and just like were slaughtering trolls and slaughtering everything, and then and then you guys ran, basically, if I remember right, because there were purple worms, and then and then Caw or I think you guys tried caving in the area again, and like the rest of the area, and I think you were successful, but.
Caw and Shatter. Yeah. Shatter is the most underrated skill that we have used. That skill literally, because he did that to get the purple worms.
I think that's the first adventure where Januka got big.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah, probably the first one where Januka grew too.
You started using your shield throw too.
Yep, that's when you first started using your shield throwing ability too. I think, or just before that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, just before that, because it was in the. I think it was actually in the first time she used it was in the last, the Battle for Garlstone, I think. Oh no, that wasn't. No, because
all I knew is I knew it was a new thing because I was like, oh, that's cool, and then I was oh wait, Brian's still figuring that out. That's new.
Yeah. So. And then she basically had worked on in her downtime she worked on the feat for basically. Like she has shield mastery at the feet, but she basically worked on the shield throwing technique, where she throws it up in the air and catches it. When it throws it up in the air, it hits with a weapon and then catches it on the way back down. But anyway, so I call it Underdark Emancipation because what you guys don't realize is that this is in the things you haven't seen or things you don't know part. There was a group of troglodytes living in there.
I do remember that because I did see where they were.
And I was gonna say, I think you saw them, but you guys never interacted with the troglodytes. And so the idea was that you were supposed to take out the trolls in some way, shape, or form, or get rid of them, or drive them out, or whatever, right? Figure out how to do that, and then interact with the troglodytes. And the troglodytes were in hiding because the trolls had overpowered them and kind of drove them into hiding, right? So what you in the stuff that you didn't see is after that all ensued, and the purple worms came and ate the trolls, and the trolls died, and whatever. So now the troglodytes are free, so they're free from the terror of the trolls. But because they never really saw you guys, they just think the gods came in and rescued them from the trolls.
I hope the trap didn't kill them.
They think some kind of troglodyte. No, they're burrowers, man. They live underground. They're more than happy to have. And all they did was they just hid from the purple worms and just waited for the purple worms to leave and then went about their day. So now you've got a flourishing community of troglodytes over there that think the gods came and saved them.
Actually, they did.
In a way, maybe.
That's how that I guess so. We are God sent, quite literally.
Yeah. There's a couple gods on your side there, and then that's also like right after this session, I believe. Okay, no, after this session you fought the Grell, but I can't remember if it was between the Grell session and the next session. But at some point in time, there, Carmanerin takes Caw to the temple, and he becomes a chosen of Bahamut.
Yeah, yes, he did. But he was already a chosen of Bahamut, literally.
Yeah,
I mean, like it was inevitable.
We have Grell allies, y'all.
Yeah, you got a little Grell buddy. Oh, and then the Grell, you guys made a deal with the Patriarch, the Grell Patriarch, to fight the Deep Spawn, and the Grell buddies that's with you.
I remember we were so worried about that fight, like we were beating ourselves up.
Yeah, because that was a crazy concept that we were gonna fight just a Grell Darkspawn. We were about to jump into it was creating Grells. It was like a whole thing where I was like, we are probably gonna die. Like I remember just thinking this is probably a death one. Like we're going into a crazy situation.
Look at this city. This city is named after you. It's called Bloomguard.
What?
And that's what actually when Januka got the shine, because she was up there blocking all the
man
bouncing off of her, and she's like, "Yeah, come on, give me your worst."
Yeah.
Januka was an absolute savior.
I probably morphed into a giant ape.
And I don't remember, was
Yes, you did.
There for that session.
Was this session okay? In Grim Harvest, you had pulled them out before, hither and thither. But was the session where you guys went and fought the Grell and the Deep Spawn? Was that the first time you pulled out the lions in the in this?
No, he did that with the trolls.
He did that with the troll shaman too. I couldn't remember.
Yeah, he put the lions on the troll fight.
I used them against the troll shaman, and then when they got pulled out against the Grell, I think that was the week I wasn't here, and one of them got smashed.
That was like the second time.
You
that was when you fought the
one.
Deep Spawn, because you were here the day that you were here the time when they went against the Grell, but then they went against the Deep Spawn the next session, and then that's when one of them got hurt.
Gotcha.
That's when we had James, but not you.
Right.
And that was a crazy one because I remember when I walked right into the battle on that one. I was like, if somebody doesn't save me, I'm going to die next turn. I was like, someone doesn't come over here and help, I'm going to die again. Because I was like, just the concurrency of the bit at that point. Oh my god, the Deep Spawn fight was crazy.
And then the Deep Spawn, like, let's see, is it 38 in the Vanguard? Let me see here. Let's look who's in the. Oh, you can look who's in the.
Copy or reply. Okay. All right. Thanks,
here.
Louder.
So we got. Have we mentioned Louder?
I'm Space Marines, or are you just jumping back? It's insubstantial females.
Insubstantial females. What? That sounds like a name of a band, right?
Kinda.
I'm just jumping ahead.
Steel 14 says.
Okay,
so you look like a cult.
And I believe. It was right around here, session 38, Return to Gunguard. I believe that right around here is when Taylor told us the good news. I think. But anyway, so it's a bittersweet news though. But it's really good news because Taylor's wife had a baby, and so he had to leave the campaign momentarily, at least. Maybe somewhat longer than momentarily, depending. But and so I think session 38 was his last session, or maybe session 39. Yeah, I think session 38 might have been his last session. No, he was in session 39 too, also.
Was 39 the one with the...
Yes, because he was the only one who succeeded on the Pale Knight.
Yeah, Yeah.
Wait, no, was that him or me?
No, that was actually Fulidar. Fulidar actually pulled.
No, that was me,
yeah,
and everybody helped me with inspiration.
Everybody had to. Had to give them their inspiration.
God's help.
Stacking inspiration for days.
We all failed that roll purely. You know, I was like, I'm the closest. Let's just go ahead and do this.
And you guys fought the horrific nightmare horror thing, whatever it was, the predatory nightmare horror, something like that. But
new shiny dagger.
I know, right? For someone who hadn't been making speeches, that was the in my bag speech of all time, where I just was just like, I have one speech, and you will not be breaking the seal.
And then
that was like the one time where I was like, I just unleash something here.
And then of course when you guys fought the horrific hunting, it's the nightmare-infused hunting horror. That's what it's called. The nightmare-infused hunting horror. When you guys fought that, of course, it was like a dream vision, basically. And then when you guys snapped out of it, everybody had failed their roll except for Fulidar was really close. Everybody had failed their roll. Everybody. And then Fulidar was like really close, but then like everybody kept stacking on inspiration, and he was like rolling 1, like 2. Like another 1, and then finally he was able to get like over that, like the DC for that, which saved the last mushroom, so to speak. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I'm always like so in this map too. I think I mentioned this at the time. So in this map, when you guys get up there, you see. There's this, here it is. There's this cracked opening in the ground, and you can look down, and underneath there you see another like mushroom forest, like a whole mushroom forest underneath there. And this was one of those times that I was like, I do this for myself as much as you guys, but I'll set up something where it's like, I have no idea what the fuck people are gonna do. So when you guys throw me a curveball, that's fun for me. So, but I set this up on purpose just in case you guys did what and we might have had to actually stop the session at that point in time because I might have had to like get more prepared for the next part. But I didn't know how many of you were going to be like, I'm jumping down the hole, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
I'm going to fly down there and see what's down there,
Surprisingly, we have self-preservation.
Yeah, but
I never once considered it. I was like,
it's a whole,
right?
it was a whole different, and this is where you rescued freaked out Ferraris. And this was a whole different, and the Ferraris that's with you right now is like totally different from that freaked out version that you saw, because the Ferraris that's with you now is like competent again. He's like, back on his game. And the one you saw was like a gibbering idiot, basically. Like, he's like, oh, I can't even.
Yeah, he was useless. Oh, yeah. He was completely useless in that situation. God, I just, because didn't you say the other ones broke the seal, the other campaign?
Oh yeah. There was a different seal, but yeah, there was so all the campaigns are related. All the campaigns are the same universe. But in the campaign that Daniel was in, they destroyed the Doom Vault. Like a big group destroyed the Doom Vault, which basically destroys a bunch of Lich's phylacteries and such, right? And then, of course, because they destroyed the Doom Vault, they unwittingly broke one of the seals on Dendar the Night Serpent's imprisonment.
Which is like, I was like, when you told us that.
Yeah, your only saving grace was that one mushroom. If that one mushroom would have, if all of you had failed the roll and had no chance of redeeming that one mushroom, then you would have broken the seal on Dendar's imprisonment also. But
it was just funny. It was so funny because I remember thinking like, we can't be the ones that break the seal entirely. I thought at the time you were saying we were the last one.
Well, you also don't know how many seals there are. So I mean there is
right,
but I mean, and you didn't.
That's all I could think.
Yeah, you didn't know until I think either Ferraris filled you in or the dream itself filled you in or something. But basically that lets you know that was like the the seal on Dendar's imprisonment or whatever. Part of it.
Man,
I have no idea. I have no idea what's going on in Joe's campaign too. So even though the campaigns are interlinked, Joe hasn't told me what he has planned, and that's on purpose because I'm in that campaign. So
yeah, you can't favor on that one.
Yeah. So I'm just like sent Joe some information and said, okay, figure out how you want to incorporate this into your thing too. Like that. So.
I'm just saying there's been a lot of wisdom saving throws.
Which isn't my guy's strong suit. My dude's a bard. Wisdom isn't his strong suit. He leaves that to other people he can delegate
to. Bards are known for just winging it. All of that musical inclination. At least, so this is something that I've said it before, but like, Folidar usually has a plan. To raid the caravan. But Folidar's entire character is to be as chaotic seeming as possible. Like that's just pure up. Like usually, whenever I start going crazy or just going off the like deep end about something, the Folidar will have a plan. Like if I just start saying crazy stuff, I usually already have a plan or something.
Okay, so there's a problem. I don't think I have the playlist for episode 40 or 41 in there. Maybe I'm gonna have to check that out.
Is it uploaded? That was it. It's uploaded, is it?
Yeah, I'm sure it's there. I don't have I must not have added it to the playlist.
Hey Brian.
Yeah.
Do you mind if I duck out early?
No, you're good. We're just like I said, we're just recapping and
we're just chatting.
We're almost caught up to where we're at, anyways, too. So.
Right.
So.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see.
All right. We'll see you next time.
All right. We'll catch you later, Daniel.
Yes.
Let's see.
Bye.
Monsters at War. Do I not have Monsters at War in here? Save the playlist. I don't have that one. No good deed. There's 30. That's 40. So where's 39? What was 39?
Well,
we were just on there. Yeah, I thought.
We just watched.
Oh, the Pale Knight was 39. That's right. Okay, it was. Okay, so I do have that one in the playlist. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So 40 was the Monsters at War, and 41 is the Monsters at War Part 2. There we go.
Yeah.
Save that to playlist. Oh, you know, you know what happened? You know, you should never take on stray roommates here. Hold on, let me. You know what happens when you take on stray roommates?
You become a stray?
You go stray roommates. See this little kitty? It's the cutest little kitty. Ain't that cute?
I got a group of older ones yesterday.
Cats are always fun.
Yeah.
Let's see.
So
40. I see 41. Yeah, that's
so
interesting.
40 and 41. So we got now we got 40 and 41 there now.
Okay.
In the playlist the right way. I hope. Let me go back to the playlist.
Yeah.
Oop, I went to the wrong thing. Okay, well it don't matter.
Yeah.
Here's the.
Whoa, way back to session 1.
Way back to session 1.
They all kind of go down here.
Get rid of that.
You down.
View full podcast. There it is. Because I have these ones set up as podcasts also. Yeah, there you go. 40, 41. So this is the Monsters at War. This is when we first go in and we're scouting around, and Ferraris is back on his game.
Chapter 3.
And,
Ferraris was also very loving. Like, you guys, let's do the sneaky route. Let's not, like, go full war. And I think all of us were like, we could do either.
Yeah. And now you guys are in a spot where you kind of are doing a little bit of the latter. You're doing a little bit of the non-sneakiness. But
yeah,
the thing is, where you guys are at right now, here, let me flip over to this thing. Where you guys are at right now, you guys just basically trick these hook horrors into going after the Quaggoths, and the Quaggoths are coming. We're coming in to fight the hook horrors, but then something happened. You guys scared them or something, or charmed them, and they went back to their positions.
Foldar.
Oh no, yeah, Foldar shape change. Yeah, so back to the shape change. You were talking about that, how you haven't used that in a while, and then you
my shape change.
And was pretending to be one of them. And Jinyuka intimidated them, and they went like running back into the thing, like, and they're like, they didn't know why Foldar wasn't running too, but they're like, okay, we're done. We're not messing with this guy.
Tessa started a new fight though.
Yeah, and then Tessa and Ferraris are up there, and Ferraris wasn't sure what to do, but so Tessa started another fight up top there with a bunch of hook horrors. A bunch. A bunch. It's not gonna. It's either gonna be really good for experience wise, or it's gonna be really bad death wise.
I mean, as long as I can hold out until Januga gets up there, it's all good.
That's true, and Ferraris is
because no one can hit Januga.
You've seen he's pretty capable for killing things here and there. He can
here and
take
there.
out one or two things here and there.
Here and there.
But
every once in a while.
Yep. And so that's where we're at. There is the Monsters at War, and we would actually, if we hadn't done the recap, we'd be at Monsters at War Part 3 essentially, because this is a big cave system, and you guys have went around like in a kind of a big circle, and there's a couple areas that
we've been everywhere but where we need to be.
Yeah, pretty much. And then Ferraris wanted to go check out an area that was up above and said something about it or whatever, but then the non-stealth thing happened. And I think what was it? Januka. Yeah, Januka and the zombies kind of alerted the hook horrors a little bit, but they didn't come looking yet. But yeah, so
yeah,
I think Tessa's trying to quietly take out a little bit of them at a time, kind of thing. So
yeah, not so quiet.
Not so quiet.
That's so quiet.
But yeah,
you know, we have defeated so many gigantic monsters in this cave. I want to leave so badly. Like we've encountered so many death-defying creatures in this cave, and then there's like the whole bit of it is that I haven't been doing Folidar knows a lot because I've established when we first got there. After that one terrible roll, I was like, so Folidar just has no knowledge of anything in the dark. Like
you
in the
do
deep
keep
dirt.
rolling really low on your
Terrible
histories and
and
natures.
So, yeah, I was gonna say. The Blood Queen, who you guys know is somebody you guys are kind of after. And you also know that Pale Knight is behind this somehow. You also know that Dendar the Night Serpent is behind this somehow, or at least you've been having visions of them. And you have had visions of the Blood Queen, but the visions of the Blood Queen also involve Tessa basically ruling in some sort of fashion, or acting as a major general or something for the Blood Queen. Like essentially, like she's ruling a host of thralls, and undead that has to do with the Blood Queen. So you know that's the visions you've been having, anyways. So yeah. So
isn't there like a portal or something?
So what's that?
A portal or something that we were discussing about.
Oh yeah, where you're at right now, there's a portal real nearby, like right here. I don't know if you guys can see.
Because I got really good Arcana, but that brings us really close to the City of Glass. So like we're talking about jump through, learning how to jump.
Yeah, and you were talking
over
about
in the jump point.
Yeah, maybe going through it, figuring out how to use it, and bringing it back this way, and then closing it, or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because whoever opened it could use it again, or could use it from this side possibly.
My theory, my mind, it was to ambush whoever came back. When they came back, we just ambushed them.
I really like the cool animated graphics that I get to do on Roll20 for some of the stuff I bought. I put a lot of money into buying the animated graphics because I like them.
I mean, they're nice.
Kind of fun.
And it blends well.
Kind of fun for stuff like this because it was just like a flat portal type thing. But yeah, so yeah, I mean, you guys are actually right here. But yeah, so and then that brings us up to current basically. Like we're just finishing off this battle here. So that's our recap, folks. Hope you enjoyed watching and stuff. What do you think?
It has been.
Anybody have anything to add?
Guys, yeah, you're not kidding. Yeah.
What was that?
Boulder Knight and Cutler and we have come a long way.
Yeah. And you guys are what, like 8th level now too, right? Like
7th or 8th, one or the other. I think we're close to 8th.
You guys are leaving that heroes of the region area to entering into that heroes of the realm area.
I think we're level 7th until we long rest, and then we'll be 8th. Like we're ready to level up.
Yeah, we're right there. We're like 2,000 on it. Joe, did you say something? Because I saw you talking, but I didn't hear anything.
I said, you guys have came a long way. I came all the way from the ethereal plane.
Which is longer, I guess, technically. But, like, guys, we're having reviewed everything, right? Are we, or could we possibly be the villains?
Definitely.
I mean, like, sincerely, let's just tally it up here. We plotted, very shortly plotted, but it was still a plot nonetheless, to kill a prince. We lied to a queen. We command the undead. We worked for an evil god.
I mean, we made a deal with that ship captain and never went back.
On that last point, though, I mean,
you Kill the innocent dude that was trying to help you.
We killed an innocent man in cold blood. We killed a non-innocent man in cold blood.
Killed Garner, who's just
killed your
nothing.
Bullywug love interest.
You broke a bully. That was just for the game too. We didn't even have to do that. We just made it so much worse for him on that one. We don't respect anybody's personal traditional beliefs at all. We really aren't, and that's the crazy part. It seems like death follows us at this point.
I mean,
that's why I asked,
to a certain point, we are murder hobos, but not like out fully.
Like I am not a murder hobo. I have a home. I'm from Osborne.
He's just a murderer.
And I am a murder scholar. Okay.
I'm a mercenary.
I study murderology.
He's a murderer for hire.
Jessica is a disgraced engineer, so she's good.
The love of the game is Jessica for me. Like since the beginning, she has no qualms about murdering people to get what she wants.
You can also look back through, if you follow the old episodes and go watch the old episodes, you can also go through those, and at some point in time when you started using the new layout, the new action surge layout.
That was one thing I noticed is while we were going through it is that we changed layouts. Like you almost look back on the old one, the old layout and everything, because we were kind of bigger on screen then, but we were also just all at the bottom.
Yeah.
Right. And like your attention would focus more on the screen. You had to look down at us doing something goofy or something. Unless we were just like animated, you really didn't notice it. Whereas now we're just on the side here, and we're so much more noted. We have, like I said, everyone caught me in this recap is that everyone really has just like you can just see our evolution, even just streaming wise. Like my background has changed
for sure too.
Yeah, my background has changed, my lighting has changed, my video quality has changed.
And you're not nervous anymore, are you, Stephanie?
What?
You're not nervous about being on stream anymore, though, are you?
Not really.
Yeah, because I feel like you feel like pretty natural to it now. So I think that's a you know, I think it shows. I think it definitely shows like everybody's streaming presence is a little bit, like more relaxed. You know. That's also the other thing is like with these campaigns, the ones that I do like the 5 major ones with Joe, with John, with this one here, Grim Harvest, and what's the other one I do? I don't know. Rise of the Drow. Anyways, with those ones, I feel like, those are all more laid back anyways. I'm going to try to do this one, The Shape of the Wild. I'm going to try to do it a little bit more rigid, but I don't know how that's going to go, so it's new territory for me, so we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
I think you almost have to be more relaxed on stream and be able to do the more relaxed thing on stream and be used to doing it before you can do the rigid stuff. Before you can do the stuff that's like more planned, more scripted is the wrong word because everybody says it about Critical Role, but like scripted isn't the right word, but like more preconceived.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
More
less fly by the seat of your pants.
Designed.
Yeah. More planned, less fly by the seat of your pants type of thing. Anyway.
Your actions.
I'm always a too nice. I love flying by.
I forgot. I was going to send these out to people, and I never sent them out because so many weird things happen in my life over the years, like since I started this. But I got a bunch of these. I was going to send like a few to everybody. They're just, and I want to get T-shirts made, but these are just like little tiny action surge stickers.
Nice.
Of course, they're backwards. They're probably backwards. They're probably backwards to the camera because they are. I don't know if you guys see me.
That's fine. I see it perfectly.
Okay, they're forward. Okay, so
nice.
then the banner behind me is backwards, right? To you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So on my end, the banner behind me is the right way.
Oh, because your camera's probably flipped to us.
Yeah, it's just weird. But yeah, so I got to have it the right way so I can capture it the right way. Unless I can figure out a
So
way
like
to flip it.
But since that's why the sticker isn't coming across as backwards to us, because when you hold things up to the camera, they're supposed to be backwards, but when you flip it, it fixes that problem.
Yeah.
But if your banner was starting off in the right position, when you flip that, it's going to be flipped backwards.
Right. Yep. So the stickers are backwards to me, or forwards. Wait, I think the stickers are.
Yeah, they're forwards to me.
Yeah, the stickers are backward to me, and then the banner's forward to me.
What a wonderful world of crazy.
But yeah, all right. So, well, that being said, let's get out of here early, and we'll be ready for hopefully for the next session. Will be 43, and then we'll be back to fighting the hook horrors in the cave and seeing what else is going on with that portal. And
folks,
yeah,
if I don't say it too often, right? You have made my Sundays historically the most boring day ever. the most anticipated. Like I know I gauge the Sundays where we don't have sessions and I do not do anything. I don't know if it's a curse or something, but Sundays are just so inherently boring sometimes, even if you have stuff to do. And yeah, I can come in here. We'll have sessions where we do nothing. We'll have sessions where we're on fire. But at the end of the day, it is a quick 3 hours. Like the time just passes on by.
It does go by really fast for me. Like really fast. Like, and then there are some, like if you watch some of the sessions, they're probably closer to 4 hours where we went 4 hours before. But I've been trying to keep them consistently between 2 and 3 now. But
all right.
But yeah, it's definitely if you want awesomeness and mediocrity at the same time, hit us up. That's what I feel like it's the most awesome midstream on the internet. But so anyway, so I will just say thanks for joining us here on Action Surge, where imagination collides with the roll of the dice. We battle fearsome foes, forge unforgettable memories together, and as this session draws to a close, remember, the journey never truly ends. Keep rolling those dice, weaving those tales. Farewell, everybody. Don't forget to check us out, Action Surge 5e, on all the platforms, Twitter, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, whatever, that kind of thing. And give us likes and subscribes and follows and share with all your friends and family and cohorts and enemies and whoever you want to share with, really. And until next time, may all your actions serve.
Especially your enemies.
What was that? Especially your enemies.
Especially your enemies.
They won't know what hit them.
But it'll hurt. It'll hurt real bad.
Inclusive to even enemies.
Something before we I'll take all the way off. Something I want to do is something that Critical Role did, like basically session 1. They since they were starting, well, not session 1, but session 1 that they televised. Session 1 that they streamed. They introduced all the characters, and I would like to do that for all the campaigns. I think introducing all the characters with like a voiceover from each of you, like Grandolph does his intro, and Jessa does her intro, like that.
Oh boy!
And record that. We'll record that ahead of time, so it won't be full.
Oh yeah, I can do that.
We'll record that ahead of time, and then I'll write up something for you guys, and then you guys can like look at it, change it, send it back to me, however, whatever, just so to get some kind of uniformity. But something that's kind of like in your guys' voice.
That'll work.
At any rate.
Yeah, I can do that.
So we will see you all later. Thank you guys for joining us.
All right.
Goodbye.
All right.
Gather round, adventurous bold in the realm where tales unfold. The podcast of heroes, a quest divine, where imagination takes flight. Let's combine. Roll the dice, let the story begin. Monsters and magic, the battles within. From dragons to dungeons, a thrilling ride. Action Surge podcast where legends collide. Emotions surge, it's time to